streaming on VeteranGamers
Yeah.
or something.
So have you been to Rome, Duke? On your
I have.
travels?
I walked around Rome wearing the wrong shoes. So there's that.
What are the wrong shoes? Like,
Oh,
not
I had dress
walking
shoes on, and yeah, you know, I had dress shoes on.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Well, that's why I said they're the wrong shoes, didn't I?
Did you realize you had the wrong shoes on, or was this just
Well,
like you thought you'd be all right?
I thought I'd be all right, and then I wasn't.
Oh dear.
You know, these things happen.
Oh dear.
What are you gonna do? Life is
What are you
short.
gonna do? What are you gonna do?
You have fun. You do
happens.
the best you can. It happens.
It happens.
Did we get any speak pipes this week?
No, I've had a note.
What?
I've had one email. That's it.
That
Afraid.
schmuck.
So, I know.
One of the guys
people
I
are
work
schmuck.
with is like, I'm gonna be sending a speak pipe, and then he didn't.
Did he? Well, he
What a
hasn't.
schmuck.
What a schmuck.
Yeah, really.
Does he actually even listen to the show, or is he
No.
just like, oh, you do a show?
No, I just mentioned that we were doing the show, and he's like, well, someday you should have me on. And I was like, well, you know, you can send a speak pipe. And he's like, oh, okay.
Does he play video games?
Nope, but his son does.
Well, he can't talk about what his son's doing, can he?
Nobody, but he teaches next door to me. He could be involved in the show somehow. He could send some funny message. He's a funny
Well,
guy.
I saw my son, and he was playing something, rocket something or other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Thanks for that.
Where's Chinny?
No
He's
one's
late.
saying. I don't know. He's always late. You know he's late.
Schmuck.
Can't rely on him. I know, and I've got to get up at 5 o'clock to go to the airport, so he better hurry up.
Oh my God.
Even earlier than getting up for work tomorrow.
How was the boxing match last week?
That was good.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't actually. They were both terrible.
Well, of course. They're not professional boxers. And they probably
Well,
don't
one
have the
is.
spunk that you would have if you were fighting outside the taco spot at 3 in the
One's
morning.
classed as a professional boxer,
Well,
but he's not very good either.
he probably doesn't want to murder the other one.
It was like a clinging match rather than a boxing match.
What up, Chinny? Unmute yourself.
Yeah,
buddy.
here he is. So you can stop talking smack about him now.
Nuh-uh, I'm just starting to talk smack about him.
Ah,
What's
yeah.
good, yo?
Hello.
Oh, boy.
Well, that sounds
your
like you're
audio
in a wind tunnel.
sounds-
What's going on?
Yeah, that's weird audio, dude.
Oh,
There we go, gone. Just like
Yeah.
that,
Now talk, and let's make sure your mic sounds all right.
Mike.
well, it's just a laptop mic,
All right.
Mike.
but it's pretty good.
It's pretty wet.
Exactly.
Ha! Funny humor.
Yeah, we're funny guys, that's why.
Are we ready to start?
I
Yeah.
guess.
Let me just get my notes
Let's start the
ready.
motherfucking show, bitch.
Yeah, get them ready. Hurry up.
all the notes from all the
Yeah.
video games that I've definitely played.
Sure.
Hey, what happened?
News, reviews, and an indie pick.
Hello?
Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite savior.
That's suspicious.
the veteran gamers.
That's weird.
The veteran gamers.
That's suspicious.
Veteran gamers.
That's weird.
It's the veteran gamers.
That's suspicious.
Yeah, boy. Switch that. Or you have to press repeat, yo.
And when is this weekend?
It's this weekend.
Uh-huh. And how much does it cost?
It's free.
I see. And when is it?
It's this weekend.
And what are you charging for this free weekend?
All right. Go ahead, Stu.
Hello and welcome to episode 687 of the Veteran Gamers podcast. What the hell
Yay,
just happened?
687. I don't know.
What is going on? What are you doing?
How's playing the
I mean,
Simpsons
it's not
clip.
like we've not been doing it long enough for you to know what happens at the beginning
No,
of
it's
the show.
for you not to know that you need to barrel through the sound effects.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus
almighty.
Christ. Hey.
I was just waiting, and then he's like, oh, I'm going to talk anyway, even after I've done the sound effects, because, you know, can't get enough of me.
Why not?
Maybe people should think before they speak. Exactly.
Yeah. We are not military
Anyway.
veterans, people. We're veterans of the gaming lifestyle. I'm Duke. Did I say that already?
No, you didn't. I'm Stu.
Hello, I'm Chinny.
And it's 687. I
Yay.
messed up with the thing again.
That's okay, because I
No,
know
it's
what it
not.
is, thank God.
I want to fix it right now. How's
Yeah,
everybody
fix it
doing?
right now.
What's
I'm
up,
all right.
listeners?
Okay.
Yeah.
You all right, Ginny? How's the new house happening? Is it good? You're settled in now?
Had a bit of a snag.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what was the snag?
What's happened? Have you been evicted already?
We've been evicted.
The neighbours don't like you. That's what's happening here.
I didn't know that you have to pay this mortgage every month.
Oh, what
That's
are they
what I
like?
mean.
Fucking
Yeah, exactly.
landlords.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Fucking bank.
Yeah, we're due the internet on Thursday.
That's
Aw,
correct.
Yeah. So you
but
can
it's been
host next week.
delayed.
I don't have to do all this stuff.
It's been delayed.
Ah,
Oh god,
crap.
that fucking Virgin! I tell you, they're useless.
It's been delayed 2 weeks
I'm sorry.
How
That's
come?
frustrating.
What's the reasoning they gave?
because, well, I was here when they were like doing the thing from the hub, from the cab to the
From the
house.
street.
Yeah. So I saw the van outside. They didn't need to like talk to me, but I was leaving for work anyway, and they was like, "Oh yeah, you're right, yeah." And then he says, "We got to go because like it won't go. The wire won't go through the thing, so they have to dig it out and find out why it won't go through.
Good grief.
It just gets stuck. So further work is required for it to be installed.
Oh no! Oh god!
That's pretty frustrating.
So
So they're gonna
not
come
really.
with massive diggers and dig your garden up then? Get it in.
no, it's like the road, isn't it? It's the road they're digging up.
Oh, that's all right then. At least it's not in your like on your property. There always some massive
No.
mini diggers. Shit.
No.
Oh well,
So,
it'll come up eventually, I guess.
there's nothing I can do really.
No,
much.
nothing you can do. Just gotta wait.
Just
Gotta
gotta
wait.
But I
Gotta
will
wait.
get my loft office room carpeted on the 9th.
Okay.
Oh, so
will
that'll be ready.
carpeted. So that means I can start to set things up in there. I can
Yeah.
set the PC up. I can do this. I can do that.
Woo.
Nothing will work, but it'll be fine.
Well, you'll be able to play things you've already got downloaded, won't you, on your Xbox, for instance?
No,
No? Why?
you need an internet connection to do that.
Holy cow, man! Why can't? Well, you'll just have to tether it to your phone,
Maybe.
maybe. So it has to authorize everything before you can play. I didn't even realize that was a thing now.
If it's digitally downloaded, then yeah.
Ah,
Or if it's
see.
on Game Pass,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, obviously. Well,
which most of
bugger
my
me.
things are. So, yep.
Yeah.
So another delay. We've got a fridge. I think I had a fridge last week.
Yeah, you just
The
got
kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't, basically, what I've been doing today. Today, I only had one day off this weekend. That was today, because we had graduation ceremony yesterday. So
You graduate
and all I've been
finally.
doing- No. Well, I've got to film them.
Taking a while. Taking a while, that, Ginny.
Yeah.
But like I've just been cleaning all the cupboards in the kitchen, so the kitchen is almost there
Oh,
in terms
yeah.
of like a normal
Sparkling
kitchen.
clean.
So that's okay. So the kitchen feels a bit normal, and the bathroom feels a bit normal. We still need some more storage for the bathroom because everything's everywhere, but we're getting there. We
And I'm
still
doing
don't
my
spend a lot
laundry.
of time. We still don't spend a lot of time in the living room. This is probably the most time I've spent in this room all
Yeah.
week.
Do you walk in and like be surprised that it's a room you've got that you didn't know about? Do you go in
Yeah,
and go,
well,
"Oh,
one of the bedrooms,
living
one of the
room."
bedrooms, I think I've been in like twice, and I'm like, oh god, yeah, I forget there's a room here.
it's because he's
so,
got
yeah.
so many rooms in his new house, dude. You don't understand. It's
yeah.
like a mansion.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's a good
Huge
thing.
No, Duke's house is probably the same, bigger than mine, to be fair.
Yeah, probably.
But,
You have a root cellar where you're gonna put your roots.
we have a cellar,
Yeah.
but not a root cellar.
Okay.
We have a cellar, but it's
Is it all damp and dingy?
no, it's not too bad. It's a bit dingy. It's a bit like you go in there and all the spiders are talking about it, and you walk in, they stop
Yeah.
talking. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're all smoking.
Yeah.
And, it's not too bad. Like it just needs a good. It's like a kind of. I'm gonna treat it basically like a shed. You know what I mean? Like give it a good
Yeah.
clean.
It's not been
give it a
not
good
been
sweep.
tanked, as they call it. They call it tanking, don't they?
When they put the rubber on the wall.
Yeah,
the
when they make it
character who does all,
completely
who takes all the
waterproof.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally waterproof. It's tanked.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. No, but it's okay. It's as far as
It's a usable
cellars go.
space.
Yeah, it's like a dry. It's stuff to put dry stuff in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's all right for like
Root cellar.
tools
Yeah.
and
Stick a
boxes.
chest freezer down there. That's what most people do. Put your chest freezer down there.
Well, yeah,
Long
maybe.
storage.
I don't know if I could. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
And then you can put your venison in there when you kill deer.
Exactly. Yeah, you could
Yeah,
hang
yeah,
up the rabbits
yeah.
you've hunted down yourself.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
Do-do.
venison,
He is a doo-doo.
But there's nothing else really. I just haven't had much time to do anything. So today is the only day I've had off to actually do some progress. And I found something.
Okay.
What in that was left in the house?
No, something of mine.
Oh, you found something in a box.
Yeah.
Oh, what's he found? Who knows what he's found? We're about to find out. Here we go. It's
Okay.
exciting stuff. He's found something. Here it comes. What has he found?
Have you not watching on Zoom? Are you watching on the stream?
I always watch on the stream. You know me.
Oh, yeah, it's
he's
a
found his
Switch.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'll stick it in a little one in the corner.
You realise like that you're like 20 seconds behind if you're watching. The
I
stream.
am. I know. I'm looking
And you're
at
seeing
it
all
now.
the cool graphics,
right.
though. What up, Switch?
So
So you got
So
stuff to
you've
talk about
downloaded-
this week.
Yeah,
I'll just give you a
Bayonetta
signal
3.
on it. No, I don't know. You know what? I've not even pressed the on button.
Does it work?
Is it charged?
It's
Probably is. I
No.
bet it's flat.
no,
It's
it's
totally
flat. It's flat. It's flat. So, in fact, the charger for this Mac is a USB-C. So I'll plug that out. Plug this in.
Yeah.
There you go. You see,
That sounds
and then
great.
That should be.
and then it'll disappear halfway through the show when his laptop runs out of juice.
No,
Sure.
Right.
All good.
There you go. It's charging now. So it's
All
alive.
right.
Charging now.
Look at that.
So, yeah, that's something. So I've
It
got
is.
Summit.
some video game back, but I still don't have a TV in the living room. Well, the TV's there. I can see
Just
it.
not, it's just not
happening.
It's just face down. It's just not,
doing anything.
doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Fine.
we're getting there. It's slowly. It's slow progress, but yeah, bit by bit.
Sure.
Bit by
Don't put
bit.
that on the stream, Duke, because people.
Oh, he's
will
been
think
doing
that's
it all night. Have
actually-
you not seen?
Yeah,
This is the
that's your
second-
house.
No. But look, the people will actually think that's my house. Which is
Yeah,
not.
Well, it
Well, it
looks a
is.
bit like that, to be fair.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
No, it does not.
I've
I
seen
don't have
pictures.
like a double oven like that. No way.
You definitely have a
or
double fridge, though. You have a massive fridge.
Yeah, but I don't have like an island as big as that. I have like a small. It's not an island actually. It's a peninsula. I have a peninsula in my fridge,
You have a peninsula.
There you go.
in my kitchen. So yeah.
Yeah, to be
Even
fair,
the-
this is
even the
not as
channel.
big as Chinny's stuff, to be honest.
This is massive. This is way bigger than mine.
Now what are you
Man.
putting on?
What?
What is this?
Duke, what
How
are you
is this
putting on the
It's crap.
stream?
It's.
Is this representative of Chinny's house? I don't know.
I was
Holy
trying to
cow.
find footage of like crappy shacks, and I couldn't find nothing.
Crappy shacks.
So,
Anyway,
yeah,
does anybody have a story to tell?
No, but I'm going on holiday tomorrow, so I'm very
Okay,
excited.
we'll
My
pretend
favorite
like there's a
time.
story.
It's story time.
Go ahead, tell us a story about your holiday.
I'm going to Rome, people, so
Yeah,
I'm
he
going to go
is.
to the Vatican.
Uh huh.
I'm going to see the Pope. And I'm
Be
not
prepared for
I
a
can't be
long
arsed.
line.
No, I'm not. No. We've got advance tickets. Don't you worry. We're
advanced
sorted.
tickets. Oh, fancy.
Yeah, we've got advance tickets.
You get to walk right up to the Pope and rub his head for
we
good
can
luck.
just skip the line.
Yeah,
we can
suck
just
all
go
y'all.
in. Yeah, and fucking look at the Sistine Chapel. I found out something I didn't know this week, actually.
yeah,
Can I
what's
just
that?
say? Well, I thought, Leonardo da Vinci's touching fingers painting thing in the Sistine Chapel.
I'm pretty sure that was Michelangelo.
Oh, Michelangelo, whoever painted it, whatever, right? And
Yeah.
the touching fingers like this,
Yes,
right?
the birth of man.
Birth of man, right?
Yes.
Touching all the fingers and shit.
Right.
I thought that was like the whole ceiling, like a big part of the
No.
ceiling. It's
No.
fucking tiny, right? I saw a picture of the Sistine Chapel ceiling, and it's just one tiny little bit. I'm going to have to squint to even see it. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to be a bit disappointed because I was expecting this massive arched picture of the
Okay.
birth of man.
I
covering
love
the
Stu to go
entire
into the
ceiling.
Sistine Chapel. This is bullshit. What the fuck
what
is
the-
this? It's so tiny. I
fuck
want
is
my
this
money
painting
back,
I'm
you
looking
bitch ass
for?
bitches.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
What the fuck
I
are
was
you
expecting
doing?
something impressive, and look at
Gonna
it.
rip off. Yeah, it's not going to be impressive because it's not the whole ceiling. Is the
I know.
birth of
Who
man.
knew? Well, I only thought that it was all about that.
Well, why
I
don't you
didn't
just stay
think
at home and
about-
wear your VR helmet instead?
Maybe I should.
Yeah, who wants
Maybe
to
I'll have
see
to get.
real
I don't know.
things?
Get my phone and zoom in so I can
Yeah,
actually
that's a
see
great
it.
thing to do when you're in the Sistine Chapel.
Exactly.
Get
Yeah, and
your
get
phone
told off
out.
for taking. Are you taking pictures? You do. That's what they'll be like. The guards, they speak exactly like that. What are you doing? You
I'll
put your
bet they
fucking
do.
phone away, you dick.
Yeah.
Go take
All right.
your video.
Chinny, do you have a story, an actual story, or are you just gonna waffle on about art?
Yeah, I don't have an actual story.
The last story that Stu just told was so inspiring that I don't
Exactly.
think I can.
I know. Well, it didn't
Yeah,
include
there's
art,
no way to
which
top
is art's pretty
Well,
inspiring.
I think about
can I
it.
just say.
And I think like Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was
On his
Leonardo da Vinci, obviously.
No, it was Michelangelo.
I know.
And
I do now,
Leonardo
anyway.
da Vinci painted like a Mona Lisa thing, which is like this big, right? It's very small, and like everybody bangs on about the Mona Lisa, and I feel like he really tried hard to like outdo Leonardo.
Are you saying Michelangelo doesn't get his props as an artist? I think he did all right. I think people recognize him as being a pretty good artist. A lot of people look at Michelangelo's work and they go, "Yeah, it's pretty good."
He's not in an Assassin's Creed game now, is he? Like Leonardo.
Not yet. Maybe he's going to be in the next one.
Not that I know of, anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe he is in Assassin's Creed.
Maybe he
I don't
is.
know.
All right, this is nothing to do with video
Can
games.
I just say?
but moving
Where are
on.
you
No,
going?
can I
Just say, though?
Story time's over, isn't it?
Go ahead, say it.
While we're talking about art, when we went to Glasgow, in one of the museums there, they've got Salvador Dali's Christ of St. John on the Cross. Have you heard of this?
No.
So it's where Christ is kind of floating. It's a really cool painting. He's kind of floating in the air over this sort of lake. with a
Oh, I
boat
think I
in
know
it.
what you're talking about.
It's really cool looking painting. And it was in this museum we went to, and it's worth millions of pounds. It's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
But, you know, like you were just saying how small the Mona Lisa is.
Yeah.
Well, this thing is fucking huge. It's like the size of a door. And I'm like, when we saw it, I was like quite taken aback by the sheer size of it. It was just enormous, and we just sat there looking at it. And it's really weird because you walk in and they've got this like velvet curtain around it. It's like in this velvet enclosure, and there's like two benches you can sit on.
Yes.
What is that noise?
It's
Oh,
Chinny
is it
doing
me? It's me typing. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, that was so
Jesus
loud.
Christ.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, and I was just completely shocked because I was expecting, like you said, Chinny, you know, with the Mona, like quite a small painting, and it's just look, it's just massive, absolutely
Yes.
huge thing. And apparently they paid £13,000 for it when they bought it off Salvador Dali whilst he was alive.
Well, the
now it's worth
painting
millions.
opposite the Mona Lisa is called the Wedding Feast at Cana, or Cana,
Right.
and it's a fucking massive. It's like the size of. It's the whole wall.
Well, they
It's
have to
whole
put something there
wall.
because nobody's going to be looking at it. Everyone's looking at everybody taking pictures of selfies with the Mona Lisa, which is the stupidest
You
shit
go
in
in,
the world.
Well, I took a selfie the other way. I took a selfie of everybody.
With all the people taking selfies.
Taking
with all the
selfies.
people. And you have so I'll see if I can find that picture. But that picture that's opposite the Mona Lisa is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody looks at the Mona Lisa, and then you turn around, and you're like, oh my god, like look at that.
It's just a shame Ed Norton burned up the Mona Lisa.
He did. He did.
All right, are we ready to talk about some video games then?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
What you been playing?
There you go. Who's going first? I don't know. I don't
Chinny,
care.
go
Who's
first.
doing it? Chinny, go. Have you actually played something?
I have played absolutely nothing.
Oh,
That's
crap.
brilliant.
Crap on a cracker.
Do you know, I'll be honest with you, Chinny, right? Last week I gave you a pass because,
Yeah.
you know, you've been busy and shit. This week, I don't know where I am because you've got opportunities to play games and just chose not to.
When do I have an opportunity to play games? Stu?
You could play it on your phone. You could have played on your Switch if you'd have bothered
Phone
to find
games.
it a bit
Phone
sooner.
games are stupid.
Oh,
You
what about
could've
Marvel
done
Snap?
that.
Hello.
Yeah, well, my Marvel Snap.
I don't know.
You've gone
anymore
off it.
about that.
No, he's just...
And I don't know where any of my stuff is. I only found my Switch on Friday.
well, that's
Moving
because
is,
And I've been
moving is one of the
working-
most stressful things a human can do. So let's cut
And,
it.
and I worked all day yesterday.
I'll say this.
And,
the fact that Chinny didn't play games is mildly annoying. The fact that we're wasting time chiding Chinny for not playing games is
Well, I
stupid.
guess you're right.
I'm going if you're not.
I guess you go.
So Fraser and them are playing the forest again, so I ducked back into the forest. You remember the forest?
Yeah, because you wanted to play Hunt Showdown with them.
Well, I wanted to play something with people because I thought, hey, people, it's fun to play games with people.
I just think it's funny that you finally took the plunge and bought it, and now they're not playing it anymore.
Well, right.
Oh,
those
geez.
fucks.
Yeah,
but it's okay. I'm not mad.
You should be. I would be mad if I was you.
Well, you know what? I don't have time in my life to be furious and like hang on
I
to
think you should
anger.
berate Fraser.
Well, you do what you want to do, and I'll do what I want to do. Anyway, in the meantime, I played the forest, and as you know, it's a survival game with cannibals, and
I just want to say, this game. I'm done.
I played it for like 20 minutes, and Fraser's like, okay, over here we have some rock. You can store your rocks over here. I'm going to go down to the water and see if I can catch a fish. And I was like, I'll come with you. Ah, cannibal's dead. Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck? Like,
I don't know who I'm more mad at, Fraser for thinking that you'll like it, or you for trying.
No, he didn't think I would like it. It's me going, okay, it had been, I think 2015. I think legit it said last played 2015. So I'm like, okay, it surely can't be as frustrating as it was back then. No, it's more. It's more polished.
On the bright side, you already owned it. It's not like you bought it
that's
especially
true.
to play with. You know, like Hunt Showdown, for
Well,
instance.
you know what? We could still have some good times with that, maybe. So I'm not mad. But anyway, yeah.
You know what? It looks pretty good for a game that came out in 2015. I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking,
they've kept updating it,
good.
right? Like, the graphics are fine. It moves smoothly. You know, the problem is that you go anywhere and these psychopathic cannibals eat you. And it's like, I don't want to be eaten by psychopathic cannibals. So, whatever. I mean, I would like this game if it were a lot easier, but that's not what it's built for. So, I don't know. Maybe I could make a server where it's like, take away the cannibals, and it's just
actually, the problem is that you suck at it, isn't it? That's the problem.
Well, yeah, of course. But it's also the thing that,
did you know...
like, go ahead.
I was going to... Stu, did you know that, this game that where you got like cannibals eating you and stuff, did you know that it's based on Cornwall?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Sure it is.
Yeah.
That's what the beach is like.
Have you ever been to Cornwall? Like, they're always trying to eat you all the time.
I can't say as that. Well, I have been to Cornwall. I can't say as I've been eaten or almost eaten by the locals
It's
yet.
because you haven't stopped still long enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what it is?
They will. Yeah,
but that's the thing is that
I only went as a...
I would expect you to go out of your little. I mean, they had built this whole like settlement with a wall around it and everything, and it's like, okay, if I go out of there, maybe there's one cannibal. I could fight off one cannibal. There was two, and one of them looked like some demon thing. I was like, God damn! I had no chance. I had no chance.
They're hard, I'm guessing, are they?
Yeah, rock hard.
We've been watching this dude play this for ages now, and I haven't seen a single cannibal.
I know,
I don't know
right?
where you're making
That's
because
this is bullshit. Because these guys.
So where's the
just
cannibals?
cheating.
There is no cannibals.
I don't know.
think there isn't any cannibals. What is
Well,
going
maybe
on?
Maybe they settled. I mean, that's the other thing too, is that like they set up, Fraser and them set up right near where the plane is, and everyone knows when you play this game, your plane goes down. You haul ass. You get as far away from the plane as you can, because of course the cannibals are gonna come running over to where the plane is. Fuckers.
Well, there's a tent. Do you think there's a cannibal in the tent?
I hope not. That would be a rude awakening. So anyway, the forest, big thumbs down from me. It's just not my thing. It's a good game. It's made well, but no. All right, over to you, Stu.
Well, true to my word last week, I thought I'll give Atomic Heart another chance.
Okay, well, you're a better man than I am.
Because I wasn't feeling it. Oh, there's a cannibal, by the way. Just as
time to turn that off.
Yeah, we do. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a chance because I like the aesthetic of the game. You know, but I don't know. I just found it a bit frustrating. A little bit frustrating. So I'm just gonna carry on. So I played it for 15 minutes and got killed 4 times. And I'm playing on easy, by the way. Can I just say I really do suck at this game.
Apparently.
There's so much limited ammo, right? You have like 3 shotgun shells if you're lucky out of a box. And then most of the time you just get a load of shit that you don't even use for anything.
Sort my underwear, by the way.
And most of the enemies are pretty hard to kill. And... just sounded like so frustrating.
Well, yeah, it sounds frustrating.
Just went, I'm fucking done with this game, and I just turned it off. And that
Damn,
was
I know
it.
what the
And
theme of this episode is.
Yeah,
I
fuck
just
this
want
game.
to
I'm
say,
done.
this game. I'm done.
We are not
I'm just
liking
like
any
that.
games.
I'm not even finding it fun.
Well,
Do you know what I
of
mean?
course
I'm not even finding the story that engaging and the weird fucking pervy computer thing that makes your weapons.
But you don't want
for
to
you.
know
I've
what's
heard a
going
few
on?
things. I've heard a few things about this game.
All
So
of
the
them good.
pervy robot thing apparently stops like a quarter way through the game for no
Really?
reason. Like,
It just stops
like
being
because
pervy.
she never stops talk. She never talks to you again for no reason. Like there's
How
no
weird.
explanation. And also, apparently, like this game gets very, very tedious, very, very quickly.
Oh,
for a
I'm finding
long
it
time.
tedious now, and I've only played it for about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like a lot of that.
Ugh. It's just not. It looks way better than it actually plays.
Well, they spent all their
That
time
makes
making it look
sense.
nice, and then they didn't bother
Aesthetically,
making
it
it
looks
fun.
great.
Yeah.
You know, and some of the ideas they've had are pretty good. It's just that it's just not very well executed. Like nothing seems to work very well. Do you know the axe? And I know that it's a big heavy axe, but it takes an absolute age to swing. And by the time you swung it, they've hit you about 3 times.
Yeah.
And then there's meant to be this counter thing where fucking enemies come flying at you when they go red, and you're meant to be able to counter it. And that doesn't seem to work very well. And I seem to get hit most of the time. But that's probably just me being old and not reacting fast enough. I don't know.
Could just be you, but it
could
could
just
be
be
the
me.
game. Because a lot of times
But it
that's
could be
the
the
game.
game as well.
Yeah.
But no, looks great, but pretty shit. That would
Okay.
be my review of this game.
Good to know.
You know, looks really good, but fucking hell, does it not fulfill its potential?
Guess not.
You know, they had a potentially good idea and just fucking fucked it.
Cocked it
Just
up.
made a complete...
Way to
They
go,
did, they made an
Russia.
absolute hash of it.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're talking about my snooker, Stu. Looks
Ah.
great, but doesn't fulfil its potential.
There you go.
Oh, is that what your snooker's like at the moment? You're struggling?
No. I played all right this week. I won this week.
Hey,
Oh, that's
nice
good then.
job.
I knocked in a. What did I knock in? A 43.
Oh, that's all right. 43's okay.
That's okay. Yeah.
I'll assume so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, for me, this is a complete miss. I tell you what, if I'd have fucking bought this game, I'd have had serious buyer's remorse.
Well, I'm glad
I'd
you
have
didn't
just
buy
been
it.
like, fucking no, it's on Game Pass in it, so at
Well,
least I
yeah, I'm
didn't
glad
have to
you
pay
didn't
for
buy
the
it.
thing. Yeah, I am glad I didn't buy it, and I might have done because I might have looked at it and thought, oh, this looks pretty cool.
Well, that goes to show you never look at anything.
Exactly. It's like this. Do you know what this is? Do you know? I've just thought what this
Do
is
you
such a
know?
fucking good example
Oh,
of.
go ahead. Tell us. Share
You
your
know, like-
wisdom.
You know, like back in the 90s, and you used to buy a game for your Spectrum or whatever.
I never
Or
had
the
a Spectrum.
80s and or the Amiga. And you used to
I
look
didn't
at
have
the
an Amiga
pictures on
either.
the back of the box and you go,
Yeah.
oh, that looks pretty cool. And then you'd actually
Sure.
play and it was total pile of shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of this game. This game is that 80s or 90s game that looked really good on the back of the box.
Yeah.
But fucking hell, it's fucking terrible when you play it.
They got to sell it.
It's all style over substance.
Yeah.
That's the best description of this
That's
piece of
Russia
shit.
all over. They're all about the
Yeah,
style.
it is. So that's it. Right, I'm done. I've
Sexy,
nothing else to say
sexy
about this
Russia.
fucking pile of shit game.
Okay. Well, good to know.
Yeah.
We got a
Yeah,
real
it is.
flow to this conversation. All right, let's talk about the "Play My Game, Please"
Oh,
song.
here we go. I know
All
what you're
right,
gonna say.
here we go. This is the one.
Bitch, bitch, bitch.
Yeah, bitch!
Yeah, bitch. Play my game. Play my game, bitch.
Yeah, it's got the Breaking Bad connection. I folded all my laundry.
Right, let's just before you say what you think, Duke. Let's see if Chinny can guess what you're gonna say, and I'll
Yeah,
tell him
gotta
a little
guess,
bit about
Chinny.
the game.
Right, it's
And
a
let's see if he can
Souls-like Chinese
No,
game.
no, I wasn't even gonna tell him that.
Well, you should
I
have
was just
told me
gonna
what
tell
not
him
to
this
tell
is-
him.
Well, you didn't give me a chance because I was going to tell him, and then you decided to butt in.
Right.
So basically, Chinny, I was going to say this game is made by Team Ninja. So what do you think Duke thinks of it?
It's not looking good, is it?
I mean, just the developer of this game, can we just say?
Piece of shit.
Yeah. So just to let people know, in case they don't, Team Ninja made Ninja. Ninja Gaiden.
Yes.
And
Ninja
all these
guiding this
really-
game right into the
Before-
trash. Hey-oh.
Before Souls was even a thing, these guys were making
Yeah,
games
they
that
were
were
doing
fucking
Souls
rock.
before Souls.
Yeah, they were. These were making games that were so hard, people were just fucking eyes were bleeding trying to play them.
And it's not Wu-Tang. I was joking there with that title.
Yeah, I mean,
little
Chinny,
joke.
for instance, one of the very first times I podcasted with Chinny back in the day,
You were talking about
he-
Ninja Gaiden.
He told this whole story about him taking it back to the shop and slapping it on the counter because it was so hard.
Yeah.
And that wasn't his cock, by the way. That was. Oh yeah. I don't know why I did that innuendo. It just came to me.
It's
But-
not innuendo. Innuendo is when you hint at something. That was not innuendo. You can't
Yeah, it
just
was.
go,
It was pretty in
cock!
your face,
Yeah,
or
that
anything.
innuendo.
I did do.
That
It's
subtle
hard
joke
cock.
I made.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. it was.
You hear what I said?
but yeah,
did you
he-
catch the reference I was making to his penis?
But they've then taken the Souls formula and combined it with the ultra hard Ninja Gaiden type combat,
Yes.
and this is the game you end up with.
Which creates a game that no one enjoys.
I actually quite
No,
enjoyed
you
it. Can I
didn't.
just
Stop
say-
lying.
I did.
You didn't like
I
it.
did.
You didn't spend more than
I
20
like
minutes
this
playing.
game,
You lying
right?
asshole.
I like this
shit.
game.
Fucking toilet paper in my water.
I mean, is this dude? I'm just saying on screen though. There's this fucking big dog thing that you come to early on in the game,
Oh, right.
and
the
it's
dog thing.
it's level 16. It hits you once and you're dead. Like
Yes.
anything. It's always trying to poke it up the arse. I should have tried that maybe.
Guess so.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this guy? How's this guy doing that? I just got killed instantly. Can I just say? I thought the only thing I did have a problem with was the double B dodge mechanic.
The only thing you had a
because-
problem with was the double B dodge mechanic?
Yeah, I did pretty well. Can I just say?
You did
Apart
not.
from
You liar.
when I got to the final boss fight in the first level. Did you
Okay.
even get as far as that? Can I
No.
ask?
Hell no.
Oh,
you
well,
get
I
as
did.
far as that.
See, that's how much better I was at this game than you.
Wow,
That must
you're
be
just
from
so
playing
bad. It's
Elden
'cause
Ring.
You played Demon Souls
Just to let you
back in
know,
the day.
just to let you know, Mint Safe in the chat says, "What's up, veterans?" But Joystick and Chill said he started the forest today, and it's good.
No, it's not. This game
Duke's
sucks.
wrong again.
Whatever. Haters gonna hate.
No, actually, I'll tell you what. You can say what you like, Duke, but I'll
will.
never play this game. Can I just put that with a proviso? I'll never ever play it. But I actually quite liked it. I like the combat. I liked
I'll be
how
right
it
back.
felt. Yeah, just ignore Duke. It's flows. I mean, the fucking combat just feels when you play Elden Ring and then play this, it's just so much faster. Everything's so fast. You know,
He's
the way
saying
you...
this is better than Elden Ring.
No, it's not better than
Well, it
Elden
is.
Ring because nothing's better than Elden
Yeah,
Ring.
well,
but
no, this is better.
it's a different type of game. I mean, it's got all those Elden Ring type qualities to it.
Oh,
But
because it's
the-
Chinese, that's why it's different? Is that what you're saying?
Wow.
No.
So
Stu.
racist.
Wow.
No.
It's
It's
not
got
okay.
those qualities, you know, the fucking bonfires, but the flags. You know, so it's
Right.
got all that stuff. And it's
There is
taken some
fire
of
on the
those
screen,
cues-
though.
Yeah, there is. It's taking those cues, like, for instance, it'll put a flag right before a big fight for you. So if you do get killed, you're not going back a long way, which does
Yes.
lessen the frustration in these types of games. Big time.
Yes. Does it start all the enemies over when you die?
Yes, it does. It totally
Oh,
does that
great.
as well.
That's fun.
But that's great because you need to do that to level
That's
up.
great.
You see, what you start to understand from playing Elden
great.
Ring is you
Oh,
want
I
those
just don't
enemies to
understand. you
respawn.
see. Right.
You want those because that's how you grind up your levels.
Or
By
they
fighting
can make
the bigger
areas
bosses.
where they do respawn, but not every single area.
But it doesn't matter. Because
you,
as
it
long as
doesn't.
you've got to a flag point, you're never going back to fight those enemies again. So in some ways, it's irrevent.
Well, maybe for you it is.
Because you're always moving forward and fighting the next set
No,
of enemies. You're
I'm
going
never
backwards.
moving forward. I stay in one place.
Maybe you do.
That's the
Maybe
way I
that's your
like to
problem.
live my life.
Maybe that's your issue. If you didn't
Maybe.
stay in one place, maybe you'd have more fun.
Just-
But yeah, it is about killing those enemies again, so you can get more. And I don't even know what it's called in this essence or something. Who knows what it is?
Oh, it's all
Um,
the same shit. You're just getting your souls or whatever.
Yeah, but they're
cares?
not souls in this. There's something else.
Uh,
But it's good. I mean, I've got extra armor already, so I'm feeling a bit tougher. I'm not dying quite as fast as I did. And then I got to the boss fight, right? And I'm thinking, oh, I'm doing all right here. I'm killing most of the enemies. I'm getting in first. I'm killing them off. No problems. I can parry all right. I'm using my magic attacks now. I'm using these jump kill attacks, which is working pretty well. And I've leveled up a few times. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing well here. And then I got to the first boss dude with this big mace thing, and I barely dented his health. You know what I mean? And I must have tried 7, 8, 9 times and never got anywhere close to even not even like halfway down. You know, I was lucky if I took because he just instantly like it's hard to even find an opening.
Yeah.
Do you know he's that fast? He just like attacks you, then you sort of you think, right, I've got an opening, and then he attacks you again, and you barely have chance to like formulate any sort of attack on him.
Yep. I hear
So
you.
I don't know whether I'm carrying on playing this game, if I'm being totally honest. But I'm
Well.
gonna have another go at it because I feel like I could take him eventually, but I reckon it'd take me about an hour.
Oh, that's
to
a
fight
good
the-
use of one's
and that's-
time.
And that was only probably about 25, 30 minutes into the game. So, this isn't like massively into the game where you're well into it. This is like literally the start.
Yes.
And they're already chucking like a mega boss fight at you and he's rock hard. You can circumnavigate the dog thing, so you don't have to fight that. So that was fine.
Okay.
So I didn't bother doing that because I got killed instantly.
Yeah.
But I think it's slick. I think it's pretty slick personally. I do know there's a lot of controversy regarding the PC version. Apparently, it doesn't run very well. They've ported the console to the PC as opposed to the other way around, so the control scheme's not great.
Yeah.
And you can't remap the controls apparently, so people aren't very happy about that either.
So dumb.
So
That
it's-
seems like such a 2015
Yeah.
thing or 2010
Yeah.
problem to have. Like, y'all, come on.
Yeah.
It's the 21st century. Like, every key, every time.
Yeah, so it's getting a lot of review bombing on the PC.
Yeah.
So on the Xbox and PS5, it's getting like 80, 90, you know, like 8 and 9 out of 10. So it's doing really well. On the PC, it's about 3,
Uh-huh.
about 2 or 3 out of 10.
Right.
So yeah, it's getting slated a little bit. But I kind of enjoyed it. I think it's slick. I think it's well made. If you like these types of games, I can see a lot of people liking this.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like Team Ninja, the original rock hard game developers, doing Dark Souls.
Yeah. If you
Elden
hate
Ring.
yourself and you want a game that's going to kick you in the teeth over and over again, check it out, people.
I like this way better than that other one we played. I can't remember what that was called now.
Mortal Shell.
Model Shell. It's way better than that.
Yeah, well,
It's massively better.
Because
Than that.
it has some color in it. You can see fire.
Yeah, and it looks good, and
It's not all
slick, and
grey
the combat looks great.
Yes, well.
You know, when you're playing it, it looks really
it
nice.
certainly is very flashy and spinny. That's cool.
Yeah,
People glowing.
yeah, I
and
kind of
stuff.
like it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, I think if you're good at these types of games, you'll be fine. But I think the problem is we're both a little bit shit at these types of games.
I'm not a little bit shit at these games. I royally suck at them.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And I just
Because I'm not going to
suck
spend an
slightly
hour
less.
on an enemy. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Why is Elden Ring better than this?
I just think the atmosphere of Elden Ring, and I just think the variety. I think people don't understand who've never played Elden Ring is just the complete variety of enemies, the variety of locations, just the differences in the world. I mean, you could be in a completely different game in another part of the world because it just looks so different. I just think variation is what makes it so great. And it's that you find something around every corner. There's always somewhere to explore or something to see. Whereas I think games like this are a little more shallow. I think it's depth. There you go. That's probably the best word for Elden Ring. It's just there's a lot of depth to it. You know, there's layers. There's layers. I genuinely think you quite like it, Chinny, if you ever played it.
I haven't played any Souls.
There isn't
games,
even
so,
elves and wizards and shit in it. You know, well, there is actually. That's a lie.
There's loads of silly
But there's no
stuff.
elves. I've never seen any elves in the game. But there are lots of weird enemies. Yeah, I definitely think you should give it a doodle at some point. You should give it a play. But who knows? Maybe you will.
knows?
Maybe you won't. Where the fuck's he got that fancy helmet from at this early stage in the game? Honestly, tell you.
Don't comment on visual things.
Welcome to the
I'm
VeteranGamers
sorry, I'm
where
just
Stu
looking at it,
watches
thinking like,
YouTube and
I have
talks
no
about
fancy
it. What's up
helmet.
with those plants? Why are there
why has he
trees
got that
everywhere?
massive mace? No.
What's going
Yeah,
on
so
with
this is
that
a dude where I
S?
just gave up on the game for the time being.
Well, that's because you're not
'Cause
as good
he's
as this
just-
person we're looking at.
No,
here.
look at the fucking way this dude's fucking kicking his ass.
Yeah,
Like, I
he's
didn't even
keeping it
get
going.
close to this guy. I mean,
That's
he's
right.
fucking killing him.
He's taking him down.
Oh, fucking is.
Yeah.
And then, right, can I just say as well, you have this blind companion dude,
Okay.
and he goes,
He can't be much
"Oh,
help.
He isn't. He goes, stay behind me and then regen your health. And he doesn't even attack him. He just comes straight for me again.
Yeah.
I was like, for fuck's sake, how am I supposed to stay behind you when he's still fucking kicking me? Look at what this dude's doing. No, I'm sorry. Just turn this shit off right now.
Stu, you can close your eyes.
Stop
I don't
talking.
you need to.
Think of the audio listener.
I know, but
Yeah,
I'm just
really.
saying, I'm watching the way this dude's fucking kicking this boss man's
You're
ass.
just
and
mad
I'm
because you
like,
don't have these skills.
I'm mad because I didn't have that skills.
Yeah, okay,
It
well
just
now
took
it's
me about
gone.
10
You happy?
seconds.
All right.
Yeah, that's better.
Great.
Fucking
Moving
hell.
on.
Riling me up, man.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. So, there was a sale this weekend. And when was this weekend? It was this weekend. And it was a sale for Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Yeah.
And I feel like y'all talked about this game, but I didn't really listen to it.
Of course you didn't. You very rarely listen to anything, Duke, let's be honest.
I very rarely what?
Exactly.
I didn't play it though. I haven't played this.
Yeah, I
want
played
it.
it.
I want to play it. I want to play it. Looks
All
very
right.
good.
Well, I played it, and look, Ubisoft has a very predictable formula. It's climb the thing, clear out the, clouds, run around, million different activities to do, and I mean, I played this game for a little while, and I just got to say. Wait, where is it? Oh, here we go.
I just want to say,
Oh my god, this game's amazing! I fucking love it! Yes, yes,
Such a
yes!
good game. I knew-
All day,
I knew, I
every
could
day!
tell.
This
I could
game
tell
is
you were gonna say that.
fantastic! It's exactly what I want. It looks good. The combat's awesome. It's a little bit like Kingdoms of Amalur, that combat, but like significantly more options about how you fight. And I finally got some strength together. So when it's a big open world and you can go after some of the, there's some chests that are well guarded by big monsters, and I went after some of those because I was like, I'm gonna clear this part of the map first, because you start off in this little tutorial preface island, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get all the chests, and I went up to one of them and it was just like dead, like stomped me with one hit. I'm like, damn, and I kept trying, and eventually I'm like, okay, I gotta grind and get stronger and then come back, kind of like in Elden Ring. Anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
so-
Yeah, you kind of got to do that.
So, but yeah, now I'm getting stronger, and I think I can go back and get the dude. Like, I'll find this Cyclops and be like, usually I was finding Cyclops, I'm like, all right, I ain't trying to mess with no Cyclops. But now I'm like, I can do it because I've leveled up my bow skills, and a headshot will do like 100% more damage. So, yeah. And, oh man, it's so good. It's built around Greek mythology, which is fine. I'm ready for games about like Aztec mythology or Yoruba mythology. There's a big world full of myths
Yeah, but
out
no
there.
one cares because they can't relate to that because they don't
Really?
know about it. Whereas most
Well,
people
you know
about
what?
Greek
It's a
mythology.
circular thing, isn't it? The more you build games only around the Greeks, the more people will know about the Greeks. But if you were to put a game out about the Aztecs, I'm sure some kids would go running to learn about that shit.
Like, we knew about Greek mythology when I was at school. No one was teaching us Aztec mythology, though.
Well,
was
why
there?
not, though? Is there
Just
any
saying.
reason not to learn about Aztec mythology?
I don't know. I can only tell you.
Well, I'm telling you now. There's a big world out there, and I would love to see some video
sure there
games.
is.
And by the way, one of my students said that they have some DLC for this game that has like other cultures' mythology, which is great. Anyway, the point is, in addition to like sending back the ultimate demon, whatever it is, you're trying to save the world, you're also fighting to free Prometheus, which is a pretty good reason to be fighting. I do like that as a motivating force for me as a character, because it's like, yeah, I want Prometheus to be free. Totally, let's do it. Right. Now, I would have thought, since you're so loving-doving with Greek mythology, maybe you'd have something to say about it, but I guess not. Anyway,
I have no idea about Greek mythology.
Prometheus stole fire from the gods in order to help humans not be shivering and eating raw meat. So he's a good guy, and the gods were mad because he stole what was forbidden, and they chained him to a rock, and they had an eagle eat out his liver every day. So
Yeah,
anyway.
nice.
It's got good humor. This game is genuinely funny. On more than one occasion, I've literally lulled. I'm really loving the it's a little bit much at times because god damn, enough with the character customization. There's you're talking to Hermes a lot, the winged messenger, and he's like making these jokes and going on and on for a little bit sometimes, and it's like, can we keep moving? But you can skip cutscenes pretty easily. Yeah, there is good customization, but it's not too complex, which I like. So you have some options, but it's not, it's not like Skyrim where you can slide the brow size and the brow depth and the brow this and the brow. It's just like pick your eyebrows and you got like 6 options. Like, to be fair, that's really all you need, right? So anyway, there's climbing. So first of all, if people don't know, this is a Breath of the Wild ripoff. It's exactly like Breath of the Wild. Here, it's exactly like
It's
Stummies.
exactly like Stummies.
And the twist is?
It's a much bigger pill.
It does have the stamina gauge.
It does have
doesn't
the
if I
stamina
remember
gauge,
right.
which it means you can only climb certain things, but you level it up, you get some armor that puts an extra stamina block on, and you get other techniques where you can like rah, and like fly up a little bit. It's really god damn. Like, I wish I was playing it right now. It's that kind of
Do
game.
the weapons
like,
break? I can't
when
remember
I played
that.
it
Do
for
the weapons break?
No, they don't break. That's why it's better than. Oh, really, Fraser? You're gonna play Hunt right now? You're
just rubbing your face in it now.
No, but it's so good. That when I was playing it, like the first hour, I was just like, I'm loving this game because it takes you through some story, but then it gets you right back to the gameplay, and then it gives you more story and then gameplay. Like, it knows when to switch back and forth, and it's so good. It's pretty free form in the climbing, so you don't have to like constantly look for handholds. There are some random spots where you can't climb, and I wish there were some sort of indication of what you can climb on and what you can't, but whatever. For the most part, it's all really well done. There's some genuinely good gameplay twists. Like, I'm sure there are things like this, but there's this god power called Apollo's Arrow where you launch an arrow out of your bow and you get to guide it.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, it's a cool technique.
There's some puzzles, isn't that? Revolve
Right.
around
In some cases, it's the puzzles,
and
and in some cases, it's like there's a Cyclops over there. I ain't going near him, but I can launch this arrow from way back here, and I can hit him in the head. I wish it. I mean, it gets so you can really aim it into his eyeball, which I wish it would do like 3 times the damage when you get him in the eyeball, because that's a really good hit to hit him in the eyeball. But whatever. I know they don't want to make it too easy. You can also, like, when you throw, you move boxes around and stuff, to put them on things, weighted boxes and on plates that need to have something on them. You can throw them. So, like, if you're across a chasm or something, you need to put a box over there in order to weight it down, you can throw it across the way. And I'm like, that's really cool. I feel like it makes the process of moving stuff around so much better. Later on, you have these temples, where you have these big, heavy spheres that like come down on this hill, and then you need to flip a switch in order to turn on the fans that will send it flying into a wall of like blocks and stuff. So it's like, yeah, like playing Breakout with these big old spheres that are as big as you are. I am loving this game. There was one temple that I played where it was really frustrating. You had these, it gave you like 3 techniques. Like it took you all, it gave you all it unlocked all the techniques in the game basically. And I hadn't used like 3 of them. So I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, because all the stuff I was used to doing, that wasn't going to work in this temple. I had to do stuff that I didn't, hadn't done before. So I was like, oh, I see. Okay. And then eventually I figured it out, but it was really frustrating. And I was just like, man, they should let you know more about, whatever. Anyway, it said, this is a taste of the content in this new DLC, Revenge of the Gods or whatever. And I was like, well, guess which DLC I'm not going near, because it's not a great temple. So I'm like, I'm not going near that.
I've heard this is a video game based on Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
And it's Ubisoft's take on just
oh yeah, it's exactly like Breath of the Wild.
And that sold it to me. That sold it to me.
Oh, totally. It's it's got the gliding, it's got the flying, it's got the combat, it's got potions, it's got eating. But your weapons don't break. Like, that's the best thing of all. I'm just loving it. I can't get enough. I want to clear every part of it. I'm worried that, I shouldn't be worried about this, but, I'm like halfway, maybe 2/3 of the way done with the first island now. The prologue I finished quickly, and now I'm like 2/3 of the way done with the first island of like 5 maybe. And I'm worried that I'm like going to get done and be like, I want more.
Can I just say as well, and I hate to say this to you, dude, but I think this is on Game Pass.
Well, you know what? I don't care. That's fine. If it is, that's okay. I'm all right with giving money to the developers of this game because it's so well done. It's been so long since I played a game that I love this much. And yeah, I'm happy to give them an extra $15.
No, that's fair enough. But yeah, because I was just going to say, because we can just play this on Game Pass, because I remember it coming and thinking, oh, I really like the demo of that. I should play that at some point, and I just never have. Because like you, Ginny, I absolutely love Breath of the Wild. Unlike Duke, who hates it's kind of funny that Duke prefers a clone of Breath of the Wild than the actual game Breath of the Wild, isn't it?
It is funny until you think about why I didn't like Breath of the Wild.
Well, I guess. Still a great game.
Take this. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is this game is... Shut up! This game is awesome. I love it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I even just like exploring. I just like wandering around and like, oh, there's a monster. I'm going to go kill it. And you can summon a horse like or a steed like that because I tamed a stag. So I got this deer dude that I'm riding around. And it's so nice because if you're in a fight that you're about to lose, the game will be like, press T to summon your mount and get the hell out of here. It's like, oh yeah, I can do that. Because I keep forgetting. Like I'll run around and then like climb up on stuff and then glide off and be like, woo! And then it's like, oh yeah, I can summon a horse and I can ride around on that. Everywhere you look, you can climb to whatever you see. Like you can get to the top of it. I'm just, God, I love it. I love it. I love it. Big, big thumbs up. This would have been my game of the year easy last year. Easy. I love you, Dinkum, but revising my list now, this is number one. Dinkum's number two.
It's nice to see you've finally found like a more recent game.
Oh yeah.
That you actually like. Although this is when did this come out?
This came out December of last year.
No, it didn't.
2020.
Well, it came out.
Yeah, it's been out way longer.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah, it's been out for quite a while. Yeah, it's quite old. Well, not old. I'd say it's an old game, and it's not that old.
It's 2 and a bit years old.
Well, I guess it only recently came to Steam then, maybe, or something.
No idea.
What?
I don't know about the Steam release.
Huh. I thought I saw 2022. My bad. Anyway, the point is, it's great. I love it. Yeah, Steam says December 15th, 2022. So maybe they only had it on their
must have done the
Ubisoft
PC
game
ports at that point.
But glorious. Now, the one thing I will say, this is a stupid name. Immortals Phoenix Rising. Just call it Phoenix Rising. Why not just call it Phoenix Rising? Or Phoenix
Immortals.
of the Immortals. Or whatever.
No, there was just
Immortals is boring.
There's a different name for it.
It was originally called Gods and Monsters, which is also it's too generic. Phoenix Rising is good because they spelled Phoenix differently, and I mean, there's probably a bunch of games called Phoenix Rising, but anyway, the point
the thing is, Duke, it's all about SEO.
Well, yeah.
And making it easy to find.
I'm an artist. I'm an aesthete, so SEO, fuck off. But it's great. It's so good. If you haven't played this game, I envy you because you get to felt about 20% too long. Colin Smith said, "Well, I wouldn't know about that. I'm having
you want it to last forever, don't you?
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's possible that I'll reach a point where I'm like, can we wrap this up, please? But so far, I am loving it so much. It's such a great combination of everything I like. There is humor. I feel like I'm getting struck. And at first, I don't want to go on and on about it, but like, I was like, how do I get more health? Because I keep dying. And then I realized, you got to get ambrosia. And so I'm like looking on the maps, like, okay, where's all the ambrosia? I'm just going to go to where the ambrosia is and get more health. Oh, man. Oh, it's so good.
You are hooked on.
I am hooked. I am in love. It's like, that's the thing. Like Dinkum really was the last game that I fell in love with like this. And that was like a year ago. It's got its hooks in me so hard. It's like, yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see you liking a game.
Hell yeah, I like it.
Because let's be honest, most of the time you hate on everything you play, so it's nice that you like something.
True. I hate on a lot of stuff because a lot of stuff is shit.
A lot of new stuff you play, you kind of hate on.
I didn't hate Breakpoint. That's not very new. And this isn't new either. But anyway.
Well, it's newish though. It's new for you,
right?
It's newish for you because let's be honest, you don't play a lot of new games and like.
I play a new game every week for the last 2 months.
No, but I said play a new game and like it though. That's what I just said.
I don't have time to listen to what people say.
Exactly.
Yeah, Immortals, Phoenix Rising. Mwah, I love it. I even made. Here's the thing: every time every time I get like, Zeus's bolts or whatever, or like level up. You know, it shows you this pose. You know, my awesome lady is like, yeah, and like I'll keep taking screenshots. And I made one of them the cover art for Steam. I'm like, it's my character right there. That's so cool. I tried to do one with photo mode, but it wasn't really happening. You got to do it in an action pose. You know, you don't want to just have your character like, haha. The problem was she has her eyes kind of closed, so it looks like she's drunk when she's like, eh. So whatever. But it still looks cool.
I really enjoyed the demo.
You can't actually in the photo mode, which is weird. It does this thing where maybe it's the PC port or something, I don't know. But you zoom in to change the face, and it blurs everything. And I'm like, what are you blurring? What? And maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I just didn't have any luck with the zoom.
Have you changed the focal length of the camera?
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, the other thing is, you know, you gotta have a place to put the logo and all this other stuff. So it's fine. I got it looking good. It's good. Everything's good. The fava beans are good. Everything's good.
It's good. The fava beans. No,
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good game. Like I say, I played the demo and really enjoyed it.
Magnificent.
Yeah, but just never got around to playing the full game, which is
weird.
But
it's great.
Because, like,
you should totally play it because
really,
it's wonderful.
I know. I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
And it looks so much like Breath of the Wild. Even graphically, it looks like Breath of the Wild.
Except that it's more fun.
Well, I don't know about that.
More
I really
fun.
enjoyed Breath of the Wild, so I can't actually agree with you on that.
Except this is good and that was not good.
Well, I think you're wrong, but that's your
You're
opinion.
wrong about me being wrong.
You can have your own opinion.
Oh, no.
Duke.
All right, moving on. You got something else, Stu?
I have. I played some more of a really great game this week, which is Bayonetta 3. Holy fucking moly.
Let me guess. She turns into a crab.
No, it's a game that keeps on giving. I'm telling you, this game
Giving me heartburn.
is just fucking brilliant. I'm now playing as a different character, which you've never ever done in Bayonetta before. And she has a completely different combat style. It's like sword play. It's just but everything is so slick. This game is just fucking slick. Like everything about it, it just works so well. I just love the combat. It's just so fulfilling. You know, like when something just feels good to do.
Yeah, like Immortals Phoenix Rising. Have y'all played that game? It's so good.
Yeah, when you do those torture finishers and stuff, and it like sticks them between fucking two vices with spikes on or whatever, and crushes them, and all blood splurts out the side. It just looks fucking amazing.
Sure.
I just love it. I love chaining the combat together. I just love I love like I say, the improvements using, like having the giant similes or whatever that you can now use, and that you get all different ones that all have different abilities and stuff.
Okay.
Now that I'm playing as this new character, I can't remember what the name is. I'm terrible with names anyway. This woman, anyway, that's who I'm playing as. She has like a Cheshire cat. So it's this giant Cheshire cat comes out the floor. And it just does its own thing. It fights on its own. With the Bayonetta character, you have to do the fighting. With the Cheshire cat, you can still fight and do like attacks and stuff while the Cheshire cat's doing its thing.
Okay.
It's just, honestly, it's just brilliant. And she's really sassy as well.
Well, yeah,
so
she's got a little smile and says you're mad.
Yeah, so she's really sassy. This is about the point I'm up to in the game, by the way, where you're up to.
Well, how about that?
What are the chances? She set her ass on fire, which I actually thought was quite funny. And you had to run really fast to get to the lake. But she's great. She's a really good character. I like her. And the game in general, I don't know why I put it off for so long to play it. You know what I mean? Because, as we know, the voice actress was talking a lot of bullshit.
No, we're not going over this again. Move on.
So I don't know why.
Talk about the game.
Play it. It's just brilliant. I don't know what else to say about it. I love the voice
well, it
acting,
sounds like we're done. Okay.
I love the characters. I love everything. I just love this game. It's brilliant. It does a similar thing to Elden Ring in so much there's a lot of variety in enemies, which I really like. Because you have to fight each of them differently. You know, they all have different abilities. They all have different ways of attacking you.
Yeah.
It's just, honestly, this game is it's the best game on Switch, I would have said, apart from Breath of the Wild, which is also very awesome.
Well, Chinny, does that make you want to play it?
No.
You're muted.
I doubt it.
Hell no.
But it's the best game on the Switch.
It is.
No, it's not.
Well, then what is?
Some Mario game, probably.
Mario Maker 2.
There you go, told you.
Okay.
Oh, he's such a fanboy.
All right,
Anyway.
anything else to say about Bayonetta?
Stu says about me being a fanboy of Mario while he jizzes out of a bayonetta.
I do. It is true. I can't deny it. It is true. Well, oh my god, I love it. It just looks so amazing.
Right.
Okay, you're
Great.
done. Stop
It's
it.
amazing.
Stop it.
Moving on.
Let's go.
All right, I got another game to talk about. Immortals Phoenix Rising. Have y'all played this? It's so
you
good.
Finished. So anyway, I'm going on holiday tomorrow, and I thought I need something to play while I'm away on the Steam Deck. What should I play? What should I get? I need something new. You know what I mean? I'm going on holiday. I want a new game.
Immortals
So
Phoenix
I thought,
Rising.
fuck it. I'm gonna get Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh snap!
So I did.
Speaking of orcs and elves and wizards and shit.
Definitely orcs and wizards and witches and shit. And inadvertently, I've set up a transgender character without even realizing. I think it must have been a subconscious thing. Who knew? Because I've set up a lady character, but I've called her Randall instead of Randella, which is what I normally do with female characters. So, so I've got a female character who identifies as male. Who knew? And it's good. It's to be honest, if you played this game, you'd be forgiven for thinking it was Japanese at the beginning. Because
they're speaking in Japanese?
No, there's a fucking shit ton of cutscenes.
Okay.
There's very little gameplay for probably the first hour of the game.
Oh, that sounds great.
It's literally like cutscene, little bit of gameplay, cutscene, walking cutscene. So you got a lot like this at the moment where you're just walking and talking and
that's
and
great.
that
I'm going to skip ahead so you can talk about something more interesting.
But the combat so far is great. I love it. So it's got counter moves, but it's a shield instead of like a parry or whatever. So instead of that, you just got to activate your shield at the right time. When I first started it on the Steam Deck, it set everything to low. Like recommended settings is low. So I was like, I wonder what happens if I actually turn it up to high. See if does it break it. So I turned everything up to high, and it still ran absolutely fine at 30 frames a second. So
cool.
I'm not entirely sure why recommended is low.
Wow.
And it looks immensely better now.
And it runs okay?
Runs absolutely fine, yeah. No jitters, no stutters.
That's great.
But that being said, I haven't been in any combat yet since I turned everything up.
Gotcha.
So it'll probably be more interesting to see when there's a lot of stuff going on screen with particle effects, etc., whether it suddenly just crashes to a halt.
Yeah.
But it looks infinitely better, so I'm glad about that. But I can always turn it back down if it starts to get a bit ropey.
Right.
But yeah, it's great. I mean, for anybody who's a Harry Potter fan, this pays so much to sort of, fanboyism, fangirlism of Harry Potter universe. Even just when you get to Hogwarts Castle, you know what I mean? The first time you get there and you go inside and it's just like you're in the Great Hall, getting sorted into your house and everything. And it's just brilliant. Graphically, it looks great. The open world, I believe, is massive, even though I'm not really in that yet. I'm still just in the castle at the moment. And it reminds me a little bit of Bully. It's very similar in structure to Bully. So during the day at the castle, you have to go to lessons and learn new spells, etc.
Yeah.
And then obviously, if you're coming up with an argument to convince me to play this game, comparing it to Bully might be the way.
It's very, very similar. Everything about it. The fact you're at school, then you have like main quests, side quests. You're fighting other students in lessons. And yeah, you have to go to lessons, learn new spells, learn new charms. And that's how you kind of level up your character.
Do you meet any crackheads and you have to help them?
No, you don't. But
you do meet John Oliver in this store, apparently.
I definitely feel like this game is Bully modernized with a different setting. That is literally the structure of this game. Except you're at Hogwarts.
Do you have to help like a homeless Santa Claus?
You do. You do. You have to get him some crack cocaine, apparently.
I mean, to be fair, all wizards kind of look like homeless Santa Claus, so.
Because that's what you do in Bully.
I just think this game is great. I just love it so far. It is a bit weird. There's no Quidditch.
We could just
in
put
the game.
you on loop, to be honest, Stu, because all you're saying is
I
just love it. This game is
man.
great.
It is great.
Well, here's what I'll say. I've never been Harry Potter fanboy type thing, but the idea of doing magic, and I assume you do combat with it, with a little wand, and you just, I'm like, that wouldn't do it for me. I want a staff if I'm going to be a mage. I want lightning bolts shooting out of my hand.
They do. They shoot out your wand. Shoots out the end of your wand.
Fuck off.
What's kind of cool with the spells I thought he was going to do this weird, like you had to do symbols on the screen, to cast a spell when you're fighting and all
Like
that
a
stuff.
quick time event.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It handles it really well. So the first time you learn a spell, you have to do this kind of weird thing.
Yeah.
Where you have to do the shape of the spell. But once you've learned the spell, you can just stick it in a box and you just press a trigger and one of the buttons to activate it.
Well, all right.
So it doesn't.
I would like it in your point, Duke, about it coming out of a wand. I prefer it if it came out of like a metal tube with a trigger on it.
That would be cool. And
And
maybe
instead
it's
of
like a
magic,
long
it
one
would
where
be
you have
like-
like two-handed metal tube.
Instead of magic, it'd be like solid little.
Oh yeah, and like projectiles sent very
Yeah.
quickly, maybe with like some sort of powder.
And instead
I
of
don't know
like,
what you would call
like
it, something powder.
magically like turning them like into a gimp or whatever
Yeah.
the magic does,
Right,
it shoots
chicken.
them in the head.
Oh,
and
and then their head explodes.
their face
Yeah, that'd
off.
be great.
Ah,
I
see what
do
you're
like
saying
that.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Very
there's going to be
simple
any of that in
concept.
this game.
Well, not until the modders get their hands on it.
Yes.
Like Gina Linetti
so, yeah,
at the
the-
shooting range.
I got sorted into Hufflepuff. So
Oh,
where
that's the cool kid's house.
Yeah, I'm in the Hufflepuff gang. And each house has its own headquarters within the castle. So I'm assuming each one of those is different.
Oh, that sounds
And
like
that's where
fun.
you sleep. And you can chat to other students and you can do
Okay.
quests and stuff. You
Sure,
can pick
why
up all
not?
different kind of thing. Again, Chinny, like Bully, I mean, today I went to a class for Defense Against the Dark Arts. And you have to do this like duel thing. And then one of the other students comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, there's an underground dueling thing if you're interested.
Yeah.
You can go there and you can earn some.
But I'm not
fucking
supposed to
cash
talk
and shit."
about it.
Yeah, I'm not
Get it?
supposed to talk about the underground
Yeah.
duel. And I'm like, brilliant. You know what I mean? It's like you can go and do this sort of stuff that's maybe not a bit frowned upon within the school. And it just reminds me so much of Bully. Honestly, I can't tell you how much it reminds me of it.
Well, I
You
think
try
you just
and-
did
but
But
three
in a really
times.
good way. I know, yeah. Chinny, play this game. You're gonna love it.
I don't like Harry Potter though.
Do you not like Harry Potter at all? It doesn't really matter whether you like Harry Potter or not. I don't.
Well,
think.
I've never watched it. I have no.
I think it's better for you if you understand what the hell's going on. But I think it does enough to explain it without ever having read the books or seen the films. I think you'd be fine. I don't think you'd have trouble understanding what it meant or what's happening. But you just wouldn't get the references to stuff.
Yeah.
Like, say, at the beginning of the game, the headmaster goes,
So
"Oh,
here's an
there's,
example of what you won't appreciate or
you
find
won't get.
funny, Chinny.
He goes, "Oh, there won't be any Quidditch matches this year because of the accident that we had last year," but doesn't explain what the accident was. And that's the cop out for not including Quidditch in the game.
I'm rolling around laughing already.
Oh no, I didn't say it was funny. I was just saying that's an example of something Chinny wouldn't get.
It's,
You know,
Why
a
wouldn't I
reference he
get
wouldn't
that?
Because you might not know what Quidditch is.
I know what Quidditch is. They go around on the broom with the fucking ball with the wings.
There you go.
what
So
I don't
you
get
you
about
would've got
Quidditch
the
is if the
reference.
Goffle is worth 200 points, why does anybody bother with the snitch?
Exactly. Anyway,
That was from 30 Rock.
so,
You're
yeah.
welcome, Amar.
I think you should just play it. Just play it. It's good.
Just
It's
buy
really
it.
good.
Just buy it.
Play it.
That's something I can make a clip out of for Stu.
Maybe people should think before they speak.
Just play it.
Yeah.
If,
So-
you-
Alright.
if you use that as an audio clip, though, Duke, you won't have anything left to say.
Yeah, I won't be able to say that.
What do you
I
like?
just love this game. Just play it.
Yeah, it's not as good as Immortals Phoenix Rising, though. All right.
it is.
Any
I
other
bet it's better
games
than
anybody
that game.
played? No?
No, that's it. I
Okay.
mean,
Well, then, we're done with all that. Now
done
it's
with all
time for
that
news.
shit.
Is it
It
news?
is.
All
It is
right,
news.
Putting news first.
Is there any news about Phoenix Immortals Rising?
no, there isn't.
Skyrim?
No, there isn't. No,
What's
there
the new
isn't.
one from Bethesda? You know, I realize, I think that it's like Bethesda is up here for me, my top game studio, Bethesda, and then Ubisoft is like pretty close behind it. Like, I'm not loving
Well, yeah,
everything
that's the
Ubisoft
games
puts
you
out,
love, isn't
but
it? Let's
they
be
make
honest.
some of my favorite games, definitely,
They make-
including
they
Immortals
make
Phoenix
game-ass
Rising. You heard of that?
games. They make game-ass games.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Baller ass games.
Okay, first news this week.
Okay.
First news this week. Steam has enabled ray tracing on the Steam Deck, and it works, which is fucking mental. So they've got ray tracing working fully properly on Doom Eternal, and it looks amazing. And it's
Okay.
like, how are they
Like anybody
squeezing-
fucking gives a shit.
No,
is
I
that
think you're wrong,
important?
dude. And I'll tell you why you're wrong.
I'm sure some
Because
people actually care. That does not
No.
mean to say that nobody actually cares. That I don't care, and I don't understand how anybody does.
Because, dude, what you've got to understand is, right, if anybody asked me now, should they build a game in PC or buy one, I'd go, no, just buy a Steam Deck. Because there is no point spending all that cash when this handheld device that's got a mobile chipset inside it can run games on high settings and they look amazing.
Except
why
that
would you need it?
Because the screen is this big.
No,
and
you can put it in a dock and connect it to your telly, job done.
Fine. Well, I like sitting at my desk and having 2 monitors and using
still
a
do
mouse and
that.
keyboard.
You can still do that.
Well, I don't know how the Steam Link works, so I'm not bothering with it.
You don't even need a Steam Link.
or
It's
the
not a
Steam Deck.
Link.
Oh, I can't keep track of all these different pieces of hardware.
So when you get a dock for it, it has 2 or 3 USB ports on. You can just plug your mouse, your keyboard.
Well,
into
meanwhile, I
those.
also need to do
and you're
PC
like,
things like answer email and like look at Reddit. And
That's
shit,
fine. It's
so-
got Linux on it.
I'm not. Stop trying to sell me a Steam Deck for fuck's
I'm
sake.
not. I'm just telling you.
You
You're
started
coming up
out
with
talking about
these
ray
things.
tracing. I thought we were having a debate about why ray tracing
coming up-
sucks, and now it's you should throw your PC in the river and get a
No,
Steam
I
Deck
didn't say
instead.
that. I didn't.
I know
say
you
that.
didn't
I
actually
said
say that.
anybody
Oh
who
my
asks me now,
God.
should they build one? But you're
Right.
saying there's things it can't do, which it actually can do. So I'm trying to let the audience
Great.
know. If they
Okay,
consider
audience,
buying
I'm
a Steam
wrong.
Deck,
Throw
it
your
can still do
PC
all those
away and
things
get a
that
Steam
you're saying
Deck.
it can't do.
I didn't say it can't do it. I said I
You said,
didn't.
"Oh, what about to my emails?" Well, you can answer your emails on it.
Great.
So,
I'll answer my
You
emails on a
answered.
Steam Deck. That sounds great.
well, you could do if you wanted to. I'm just
Yes,
saying.
I could
the
drive with
things
my
that it
feet
can't
if
do,
I
it can
wanted
do.
to.
It's got a mobile internet browser. It's got a proper browser like a normal PC. You'll be absolutely
Great.
fine.
That sounds wonderful.
But what I'm saying to you is, I'm trying to give why it's such a positive thing at the moment with
Okay.
the Steam Deck. Even the fact that it runs Hogwarts Legacy on high settings,
Yes.
on a handheld device,
Yes.
which is a game that's literally just come out, which runs absolutely fine.
Yes.
And it's cheaper than a PS5. It's cheaper than an Xbox Series X. It's not as high resolution as all those things, but it runs everything you need it to run, and you can still
And it
get
can do
all
ray tracing.
Look, Hardly done. He edited videos on his.
That's great.
That's what he's doing. So
I edit
you're
videos
wrong.
on my phone.
You're wrong.
do
But
edit
yeah,
videos
I
on
think
my
this is amazing. Now they've got ray tracing to work, and it works at a level that where it still runs at over 30 frames a second. You know,
Steam Deck.
with all the ray tracing on it.
Steam Deck can't
Steam
get
Deck
over.
can make toast because I'll tell you what, it gets pretty hot when it's playing a AAA game. I reckon if you stuck a piece of
Steam
bread
Deck
on the back,
cannot
it would toast
cure
it.
my problem with it.
Which is
What's
what?
your problem with it?
I don't like playing games like this.
But you can plug it into a dock, Jenny, where you're not paying
not just
attention.
listen.
Come on!
And
God,
dock
Jenny!
and plug it in your telly, and it's just
I
like a
hate you.
console.
at that point, why don't I just play the console?
Because you can play the Steam Deck as a console.
It's
so what difference does it
cheaper.
make?
But I
Jenny,
already
you
have
can
it.
answer
Games are
emails on
cheaper.
it.
Games
God.
are cheaper.
I hate you,
cheaper than
Jenny.
Game Pass.
Well, you can play Game Pass on it, and you don't have to.
But I
own the
already
console
have
to do
Game
that.
Pass.
I'm
and I
gonna,
already
I'm
have
gonna
the
buy a
Game
console.
Pass
Steam
on
Deck
it.
to play Game Pass.
So you I'm
You get the
backing
best
you
of
to-
both worlds. You get the best of
you-
both because you can play all your Xbox games on it and Steam
Well,
games on it.
okay, to
You
be
know,
fair,
you look
look,
like right now,
2
Steve,
years
you look
from
like
now,
a ma-
when
you look
the-
like a
when
boxer
the hardware is
trying to back
deprecated-
himself into a corner.
2 years from
No,
now, when
I'm
the
not
hardware is
done.
deprecated,
No.
you'd be like, "Oh, I wish I
I
could
am-
upgrade my graphics card." Oh
I
well,
have a
time to throw it away
counter.
and get a new one.
You're right. I'm like a boxer because I've got a counterpunch for everything you're saying.
Ooh, I like what you did
You
there.
like-
That verbal trickery. That's
You're like
There you
Logan
go.
Paul, just clinging on.
I'm like Tommy Fury just beating Jake Paul, and you're
Yeah,
Jake.
I don't know if I'd call that a beating, to be honest.
You're the one
Steve.
who's clinging on.
No.
Um,
Why should I get a Steam Deck?
because you can answer
I
emails on it. Have you not been listening?
No. But mainly because you can play games on it.
And you have
you
nothing
can
to play games with now.
You know all those free games you can get on Epic Game Store? Play all them on it.
What's
Sorted.
up this week?
I don't want to play those games.
But you could if you wanted to.
It takes up less room than a console.
Wow,
I-
really? That's
So
where
you
we're
can
at
still
now.
play
It
all
takes up
Stu,
less
Xbox
room.
games,
Stu,
Steam games, and you could chuck away your computer and
Stu.
your console. There you go. How about
Have
that?
you seen the house that I've just bought?
He wants
Yeah,
things to
yeah,
take up
so.
space.
I haven't got. The
Yeah,
space
no,
isn't an
hardly
issue.
Dan has got the best answer to this. You should only get one if you really want one.
Well, imagine that. No, Dan,
There you
you don't-
go.
there's
That's
no
a good
reason to
answer.
have anything other than a Steam Deck. All right, Grandma, we're throwing the
isn't.
TV away. Play with
isn't.
this. I don't know what
I'm
this
trying
is.
to educate
Watch TV
people
on
out
it, you
there.
fuck.
Educate people out there who haven't got one though, who might be considering it. I'm
In
telling
the
them
form
what
of
the plus
yelling
points
at me
are.
and
I
Chinny.
just don't see
not
any
yelling.
desire. There's no reason to have one. I just don't. And when I said I don't like playing games like this for the audio listeners, it's like
He was holding up
handheld
his
gaming.
Switch.
My Switch. Yeah.
I don't like
Well,
playing
yeah,
games on
but-
things
I
like
hate
the
it.
Switch that I bought.
But when I pointed out you can't do that, you just came up with another reason.
What do you mean?
Ooh, the Crew
Well,
Motor
I said
Fest
you
is
don't
coming
have to
soon.
play it like that. You can
Yeah.
connect your Xbox controller to it. Jobs are good, and you can play it on your telly screen, your monitor screen, whatever you want.
But I already have a console connected to my.
I know, but
telly.
you-
But
saying
it
the
takes
reason
up
you don't
less
want one.
space.
You just said the reason you don't want one is because
Oh
you
my
don't like playing it in handheld mode. Well, you don't have to.
Yeah, but I already own something that can play something on a TV.
Well, then you don't need one, then, do you? I guess. If you don't want to fucking play in handheld mode, fuck for you.
Imagine
But you can
that.
play all-
You
you
don't
can play
have
all
to
your
get
Steam
one if you
games
don't want
out.
it.
You can't play
No
them on your
shit.
fucking fancy console, can you?
All right, I don't think I want to
Yeah,
ever
but
play
this
Rise
is
of
the
Industry,
thing.
but it's free on
This
Epic,
is the
so I'm going to get
thing.
it.
This is the thing. You can play like your Xbox games on your Steam Deck, but you can't play your Steam games on your Xbox, can you?
Yeah,
Just
take
saying.
that. Answer that,
Yeah,
Chinny.
take that,
What do you
Chinny.
think about
But
that,
when-
you
let's-
bitch?
Take that,
but my
Chinny.
previous,
You
my
punk
previous
ass
setup-
bitch.
My previous setup where my Xbox and my PC was, it was literally just turn my PC on and play the PC
It
game
takes
on the
too
same
long,
TV.
Chinny. It doesn't have Linux or something.
Here's the thing, Chidi, right? I'll give you another good reason that if there's someone out there who, for whatever reason, has never upgraded their Xbox One, right, still sat there with it,
Oh, man,
they
you might
could
as well
get
be
one
dead.
of these.
You
right?
stupid idiot.
Instead of getting a new console,
Just get
they
a
could
Steam
buy a
Deck.
Steam Deck,
Yeah.
benefit from all this cheap Steam games, cheap indie games on Steam and all that kind of stuff.
Immortals
Also,
Phoenix Rising.
Also, get Game Pass and play the Xbox games
Yeah.
without ever having to buy an Xbox console.
That's right. You can get MAME and play
Yeah.
all the arcade games from back in the day for
There you
free.
go. What about that? How do you like them apples?
Yeah. And you can play Snake probably. It's probably got something that'll run Snake.
Yeah, you can.
Minesweeper.
Solitaire.
Well, somebody
Can't do that
who
on an
I
Xbox.
somebody who I work with owns a Steam Deck, and he bought it day one as,
Does
like,
he use
as
it
soon as
to
he
answer
could.
emails?
And he works from his Steam Deck. No, he doesn't really.
Does he have a
and
video on it?
Duke, you're throwing me off.
Sorry.
I forgot what I was going to say.
So
Oh,
did
no.
You guys, someone you work with bought a Steam Deck day one,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then what happened?
And then he said to me the other day, "Oh, I'm thinking about getting a console now. I think I want a console."
Did you
That's
tell him
funny.
you could play Xbox?
Yeah, has he
on
set
this?
it up to play Xbox Game Pass on it? I bet he hasn't. Does he even know
he's
you can
got-
do that?
All he plays is Football Manager on it.
Right, okay. But
Which
yeah,
is
you
like
do. And I'm
most
not being
basic
I'm
game.
not being arsey or stupid here. I'm just saying you should maybe say to him, "Do you know you can play Game Pass on it? You can play all your Game Pass.
Yeah.
You do have to stream them, so there is a proviso. You can't download anything.
Here we go. Here comes
So
the
you do
add-on.
have
But
to,
it works
I'm
great,
being honest.
Jenny.
I'm being totally honest. But as long as you've got a decent Wi-Fi connection, you can barely tell the difference.
It's never the same, though, is it?
I think I don't download anything, even on my console. I don't download
never
anything. I
the
play everything
same.
on.
It's all on the cloud.
It's all in the cloud. Why do you bother? What's the point taking up
Yeah,
memory space when you
Jesus.
don't have to?
You don't have to
Yeah,
take up
Jesus,
shelf
Jenny, get
space.
with
You
the
don't take up
times.
memory space. Soon they'll have one you inject into your eyeball, and then it's like takes up nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what I've heard is that they're going to put it on like a disc, and you'll be able to put the disc in the console.
Ooh, that'd be
And you
nice
can
because then you
play
don't
it
have to
from
download it. It's right on there on the disc.
Oh, who knew? No, do you know that's
would
even
save some
bullshit
time.
these days, isn't it? Because you stick the disc in and it just downloads it anyway, just
Yeah.
activates it.
Well, yeah.
But it downloads a patch, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does. That's about 70 gigabytes. Yeah, no, I definitely think you should say to your mate who has one that just to make him aware that you
Yeah.
can play Xbox
Tell-
games on it if he's not aware of it.
Tell him he's
It
an
doesn't-
idiot and he
what.
needs to do what Stu does.
Yeah, it takes a bit of setting up, but you can be done.
I'll try. I'll see if I can record the conversation.
There you go. That'll be fun. Just start out with, why aren't you playing Xbox Game Pass games on your Switch?
No, but he might not know.
deck,
Not everybody
Steam
knows
deck.
you can do that. Not everyone knows. I don't know.
Yell at him
He
about it
may, I may
until
be
he
teaching my
decides
grandma
to
to
do
suck
it.
eggs.
Yeah,
Well, maybe he knows
there
already,
you go.
but I don't know.
Tell your friend to suck
Right,
some
okay,
eggs.
we'll move on to the next story.
Oh, that was just the first one, people. Don't worry,
That's
we're
only
just
the
getting
first
started
story,
with this
people. There's
news
more.
here. Yeah.
I just feel like this is the weirdest concept, right?
Okay.
But Dead by Daylight is getting a movie adaptation.
Okay, well,
Which
everybody
is a game
sees Last
based
of Us
on
and Witcher, and
slasher
they go, yes,
films.
let's do this with every
No,
game now.
but this is already based from slasher movies. We've got 1,000,001 slasher movies. Do we need another slasher movie? I don't know. You tell me.
Do we need Cocaine Bear? We don't need any movies except
Oh, of course we do. At
Shadowlands.
least that's an original concept.
Yeah. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it is. And it's based on a true story. What more do you want?
No.
Yeah,
A bear ate some cocaine. The end. That would be the whole movie. It would be 5 minutes long.
Yeah, but how funny
It
would
died.
that be? That wouldn't be funny.
Yeah, but then you can't say based on a true story if only like 2%
is.
of it's based on a true story. Fucking nonsense.
Uh,
Move on. Next.
Simpsons Hit and Run designer wants to see a remake.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Hit and Run. No, I didn't like Hit and Run. Hit and Run. Everyone was always banging on about Hit and Run. Road Rage was my jam. That and the skateboarding, although I know I'm the only one who liked the Simpsons skateboarding.
I could play Hit and Run because I've got a GameCube upstairs.
Can you
and
play
I've
it
got
on
Hit and
Steam
Run
Deck?
for and I've got Hit and Run for the GameCube upstairs.
Pretty
as
cool.
well.
Go play it
So
right
I
now.
could play that.
Well,
You can
see,
play it
I'm
for
assuming...
I wish I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming you like this game, Chinny. Did you Hit and Run?
I did like Hit and Run,
Because apparently it was GTA for kids at the time.
yeah,
is how
it
this
was
was
Simpsons
branded.
GTA,
yeah.
Yeah, so I can imagine. Do you think this should be a thing, Chinny? Do you think they should make a new version of this? A remake?
Everybody bangs on about Hit and Run. Yeah, I tell a lie. I have played a video game this week.
Ooh,
You have?
Okay.
So,
Go on.
At work, we have a PlayStation 2.
Ooh, did you play Eco?
Ah.
And PlayStation 2, safe to say, is the gap in my video game history.
Wow, that's like one of my fondest consoles ever.
It's a lot of people's fondest consoles. But I never really owned one. I did acquire one a little bit later, but it was too late. And Phil, who brought it in, put a load of games on there because you can put them on dodgy now because no one cares. And he put on GTA Liberty City Stories.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
And GTA
Now we're
Liberty
talking.
City Stories is also another gap in my history because
Wow, a Rockstar gap. That's rare.
because GTA 3 came out on the PS2 in 2001. Vice City, I think, came out the next year, 2002, and then San Andreas came out in 2004, all on the PS2, and then later to the Xbox One. But Liberty City Stories came out for the PSP,
That is correct.
and then Liberty Vice City Stories came out for the PSP, and then they ported them to the PS2
Okay.
later on in about 2004, 2005. So I never really got the chance to play them. So I'm playing them. I do about 2 missions a week at work of
Uh-huh.
Liberty City Stories,
Yes.
and it's very jank. This is GTA.
Well, yeah.
Is this GTA? No, is this Liberty City Stories?
Yeah.
And it's very jank and it's very tough to play.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. Sometimes you play it and you're like, this doesn't look too bad.
Do you know, I played this on the PSP, and I didn't think it was that terrible, to be honest, back in the day.
But there is. So I've just done a mission where you go to your mom's house. You never see your mom. She just shouts through a window. A little bit like this.
Just like in my
the
real
mom
life.
a little bit like from the mom from this country, and so he goes, "Hey, Ma, look, why ain't you like that other kid? He's a good kid." And he goes, "Well, that kid's a fucking pervert." And then you go to your thing, and you have to take pictures of him doing like running around in a nappy with 2 of the
Ooh, okay.
prostitutes.
That sounds like Saints Row.
and then you show it to your mom, and your mom's like, "Well, we've all got private lives." Anyway, I don't.
It's okay if my child runs around.
Is that
in a
exactly
nappy.
what she says?
Yeah.
I don't know what she said. Stephen in the chat says, "Do you own a PS2 memory card, or is it a community card?" So it runs the way these dodgy games run. It runs basically from a modded memory card. You plug something in the front to mod the memory, and then you plug something in the back to spit it out so it's HDMI.
Okay.
And then basically you have to do some Phil put some instructions on the
Some
front of the
jiggery
PS.
pokery.
But it's not jiggery poker. But every time you switch it on, if you want to access that library, you have to go down to this, press circle, tab across twice, and then it gives you the whole game. So it's not that hard. It's literally just a menu.
Gotcha.
And then it gives you all these games, and it uses the PS2 as an emulator, basically. Runs
So
the
you can
PS2.
save your own games. You don't have to worry about other people coming along
So
and fucking your shit up.
I literally just got it's because it's got like a gigabytes of memory on the card. So
Gotcha.
it uses you put a memory card into a PS2 modded memory card basically,
Right.
and then you put that into the thing. So he set it up. I don't know how he did it, but it just turned up in the office
Magic.
one day, and I was like, "That's cool, thanks." He sent a message to everybody at work saying, "What PS2 games do you want on there?" And I was just like, "Liberty City Stories, please."
Yeah.
Whenever you notice
yeah.
something like that, a wizard did it.
He put other things on there as well, but no one ever plays it, so I've started to play it more because
You should play
the only
Eco,
thing that
man.
people
Here's
play-
your chance.
Yeah, Eco. Have you never played Eco?
I've played Eco. I've
Well,
played
you should
Eco.
play it again.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's the best
Yeah.
reason to play a PS2. That and
Yeah, it is.
Mercenaries Playground of Destruction, man. That's a game that needs to get remade. Let me tell you what.
I played Eco because they re-released it for the PS3.
Yeah, I know,
and I
but it's
played,
not as good as the original.
I played Mercenaries because that was on the Xbox original.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
There you go. You see, he's played all these games. You're trying to get him to play.
Play them again.
Yeah. So the game's jank. It's proper jank. It's mega jank, but it is.
What about
cheesy.
Ratchet and
Mega
Clank?
Drive.
Did you ever play any of those? Those were on the PS2.
I've never played a Ratchet and Clank.
Oh,
game.
you should
Wow,
totally
what?
play them.
Yeah, you should totally do that. What about?
Because
Shadow
those
of the
weren't.
Colossus?
Because
Did you
those
play that?
weren't. I mean, GTA has come a long way with
Yes.
its technology. Ratchet and Clank is not really dependent on that. I think it would still be a lot of fun on the PS2.
Well, apparently the modern ones are still very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep.
Anyway.
So that is the game that I've played. I have
Well, all
played
right.
something.
Thank you for
See, you
sharing.
have played a game. But
Hey,
yeah, anyway,
how
there's more
about that?
news. Let's carry on with the news.
Okay, more news.
Surprise, surprise, but The Wolf Among Us 2 has been delayed into 2024.
That's never
So
coming
that
out.
didn't- and the reason, do you know what, though? They've got a good reason for this. Yeah,
Because
very
someone took a
valid
poop on the
reason.
game computer?
They haven't
Nope.
started.
Because they
haven't
started developing it
started.
on a Steam Deck?
No, apparently they're doing it in order to avoid burnout and crunch at the studio.
Good. That is a good reason. Amen.
There you go.
Hooray.
Amen to
All
that,
right.
dude.
A good news story.
There you go.
Thumbs up for
So
that
yeah,
studio.
they delayed it on purpose just so that they can stop people getting tired, which is a
Good.
really good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, here's-
Article
here's
24 of
an
the Universal
interesting-
Declaration of Human Rights, people.
Exactly. Here's
Yeah.
a thing. Resident Evil 5, you remember that game, Chinny? We played this together.
Yeah.
We played it all those years ago. Well, they've now brought local split-screen co-op to the Steam version. They've just done an update.
Can you play it on
How
Steam
weird
Deck?
is that after all these years? Yeah, you can play it on the Steam Deck. Of course
Well,
you
all
can.
right.
So yeah, you can play split screen co-op now. Who knew? Weird thing to do, but now they've just added it. I don't know how many people wanted that, but it's happening. And the final one, which is a bit of a weird story, Counter-Strike 2 is reportedly in the works.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay. Is this
Counter-Strike
like...
What's in the works? What did you say is in the works?
Counter-Strike 2. Counter-Strike 2. I
is this-
just thought they'd just be Counter-Strike forever. I don't know why they would do another new one. Just seems odd. But apparently there's going to be a surprise release, possibly as imminent as this month. It comes from Richard Lewis, a journalist who accurately reported on a number of Counter-Strike stories over the years. Lewis claims that based on what the number of sources have told him, that a new version of Counter-Strike is very real and also right around the corner.
Wow, that would
The
be
new
something.
The new version of Valve Shooter has been in development for a while and is very likely to be released under the name Counter-Strike 2 as a working title.
Well, they need a better
the
name, because
basic-
Counter-Strike Global Offensive is a good name.
Apparently, the beta is going to be in the month of March, with April the 1st as an outside, which is April Fool's Day. So who knows?
Yeah, well.
So we'll see. The big priority apparently is getting it out and then polishing it, fixing any bugs, and bringing it up to the level people expect from Counter-Strike. So there you go. I mean,
well, this is the first game that Steam's put out in quite a while, and the first shooter. I can't remember the last
Half-Life Alyx, which isn't.
Well, no, I know, but like the first good game though.
Oh, you're so funny.
Yep.
Apparently, by the way, I don't know whether you're aware of this, but someone was doing a mod to make Half-Life Alyx playable on just a normal computer.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But apparently that works really well now. So if you want to actually play it without a VR headset, you can do, and it would be worth it because it's such a good game.
Well, that sounds weird. I don't know. Maybe
it works. Apparently, it just works like a normal first-person shooter.
You heard that from one person on the internet.
No, I didn't. Anyway,
where'd you hear it from?
I can't fucking remember.
But I know it wasn't just one person on the internet.
Give me some fucking evidence. That's it for news.
I love how that's a reason to make fun of someone. I'd like some evidence.
No, but you never can just take somebody's word for it, can you?
No, I don't take anybody's word for anything. If Diane says the goddamn tree fell down, I'll be like, let me see the picture of it.
Rather than just taking my word, just trust me when I say something.
I don't trust anybody. This isn't personal. No, I don't take anybody's word for anything. If a student tells me that they got shot over the weekend, I'm like, let me see your hospital admittance.
Well, you would. You'd be like, show me your scar.
Yeah, exactly. All right, what's next?
What if I said, I've got something shoved up my arse?
Ooh, all right.
Would
show it to the Zoom.
Bend over and show
yeah, let's see. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Or would you just go,
or would you just say, you know what, I'll take your word for it?
No, I would not take your word for it. But I might want to talk to Tara. There's a middle ground between I'll take your word for it and I need you to show me what is in your butt right now.
Like, let me ask you this, right? Say your head teacher, whatever, principal, or whatever they're called in America, came in your class and went, just to let you know, we're getting a new student who's in a wheelchair, so you're going to have to move a few of your desks around just to make some room to make sure they can get in and out easily. Would you go, can I see a picture of this, please? Just to prove that this guy...
Okay, first of all, I have a student who uses a wheelchair. I have to move the desk on a regular basis, so that's not some radical, crazy idea.
Would you question
the principal... No, look, the principal... That's a bad example, though, because I would just wait for the student to show up.
No, but anyone says anything to you, you want proof. Would you not want proof?
No,
yeah, but that's not.
What if somebody said in a wheelchair said to you, Duke, I can't walk? Would you force them to get up and walk?
No, come on, get up and prove it.
No, because that's not something that it doesn't put me out at all to be like, okay, cool.
Oh, so
I'll go
no. Just because the person's disabled, you won't do it.
It's funny how I give disabled people a little more leeway than I do Stu's random report about some game that works just fine, even though he's never done it and he can't give me a source. Just trust me, it's somewhere out there.
If I was a disabled person, Duke, I'd be disappointed in you for lowering your standards.
Well, I'm gonna stay up at night crying about that. Oh no, someone's disappointed in me. God. Whatever am I going to do now?
I'm sorry.
Do we have other news, or are we ready to move on to community stuff?
Is
this
the
email
news?
time?
Yeah, we're done.
Because we're just talking about disabled people not being able to walk. Is this the news?
Yeah, we were. That's the news.
Is it email?
There is one email, of course.
Okay. It's about NASA. I can tell. Here's this thing that we found, and it's because NASA did some research. And I agree with you, but it would really need to be. Can we just skip it?
No.
Are you done?
Are
you quite done there, dude? Mr. Double Standards, are you done there?
Am I wrong?
The show this week, Mr. Double Standards.
Am I wrong?
Anyway, here we go. Preposterous 15 out of 52. Here we go.
Not wrong, am I?
Good evening, fine fellows.
Am I wrong?
Hello.
I trust you are all well and thanks.
We have to read it out, Duke.
Yeah, of course we do, dude. This guy takes time to write these. Stop being so petty all the time. Here we go.
That's my job.
I trust you're all well, and thanks as always for the show. You never cease to make me smile. I know the world, Chinny and Duke, are devoid of any interest in this small contribution. Look, he's just saying what you just gave an example of, Duke.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Here's wait a minute. Hang on a second. I just got to pull it up here. I got you sorted out right here, though. Hang on.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
Okay then.
Okay then.
But can I just say, he's taken the time to write, and it's the only email we got. It wasn't for him to be no email.
So because we have no one else getting in touch with us, we need to go through this.
Email. They're always good. They're always interesting.
I know. I do like his emails. I just wish they were a more thoughtful response. Go ahead.
If we had no emails except for Hitler, we should read it.
At least he chose to write.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's overlooking the fact that you're a
say,
Jew, Duke.
Can I just also say, at least I stick to my standard. I don't suddenly cave in and change.
Yeah, but having an open mind means that when you get some good information into the mix, you go, well, maybe I should reconsider. There's no virtue in blindly cleaving to your ideology in the light of every piece of information you could possibly get.
Duke, let me take this one. Let me take this one.
You go for it.
Not like double standards where I'll never play Bayonetta 3. Oh,
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Oh, she's a horrible person. Oh, she isn't now. Oh, whatever. I'll play it.
Can I just say, whoa, that was based on the information we originally had, and then it changed because she'd lied. And
that's what people do, is they change their mind when they get new information.
Exactly.
But you don't do that in this discussion. Every week it gives you something new that's really good from NASA, and you go, yeah, but it's not.
Yeah, but it's got to be the right new information, right? Anyway.
There's no such thing for you.
Good evening, fine fellows.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for emailing.
I trust you are all well, and thanks as always for the show. You never cease to make me smile. I know the world, Chinny and Duke, and avoiding it. I've just said all this already, but anyway. But my OCD and determination to fulfill a promise means I have yet another contribution to support the fact that space observation travel is worth every last penny.
Yes,
that
we
is
appreciate
spent on
your
it,
consistency.
and it does have a tangible benefit on society.
Well, you got me and Chinny on board already, just for the record. Like, we're in. Yeah.
Today, I present to you radio astronomy and the way in which radio astronomers have developed 96% effective true positive detection rate of breast cancer tumors as a direct result of their work in observing hard-to-see objects in distant space. It turns out that space and the observation... Wait a minute, I'll get to it. Observing distant objects is very similar to observing objects in the human body. Until next week, you bunch of absolute legends. TTFN Strutty. Right, okay.
So Stu,
first of all, Stu doesn't believe that breast cancer is a big problem. So
I'm not saying for one instance,
he also says that people with breast cancer don't deserve treatment.
Yeah,
that's what you just said.
That's basically his point.
Chidi, Duke would want to know, have proof they had breast cancer before he agreed that they needed it. Just saying. But anyway.
It's the exchange of ideas that I really love here. If you said X, that means you believe Y.
Excuse me, can I see the X-rays just to prove you've got breast cancer? Because I don't believe you until you show
That's
me.
the same thing as this game works great on a PC, from what I hear.
Anyway.
That's the exact same thing. I have a terminal disease,
it is the exact same thing.
This game works great on a PC.
Just because you got breast cancer, you don't have to have
Oh
proof,
my God, I'm sorry I responded. It's my bad for responding. Go ahead, Stu. Tell him why he's wrong about breast cancer.
He's not wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is amazing that because of that radio observation, they are now able to detect with a 96% effective rate.
And it's a good use of money.
But that's not why it was invented. I'm not
well,
saying
but hang on a second. No, hang on a second. But you're wrong though, because you're saying that it's why it was invented. That wasn't what they set out to invent. But if you want to look at cause and effect, they come up with the effect because they were doing the radio work with NASA, and as a result, that caused a breakthrough in detecting breast cancer. Right?
Yes.
Yes. No,
so that's why they learned how to detect breast cancer more effectively.
They did.
It's because of NASA.
They didn't go, let's invent this thing to detect
that's not
breast
the point.
cancer,
You said it wasn't because of NASA.
No,
and it was.
Yeah. They explored space, they looked at space and said, this technology is so good, we're improving it because we're looking at space. Also, we could also look at this other thing. So
let's look at her tits. Hey, that's what they said.
So this has got you.
Did you really just do that?
Stu, don't change the subject. This has got you banged to rights. You are wrong. This is it. It's done.
That is
why
they ended up
done. So basically, you're saying that we would have discovered this if it wasn't for space travel, or what?
Well, they may have done.
What?
They may have done eventually.
So we
know,
were
in Back
looking
to the
at
Future,
space.
they go on
discovered
these two
that anyway.
timelines.
We
But,
were
you
looking
know,
at
they were
space,
working
and
on
then we
that
looked
anyway.
at
They might
better
have- they
ways
might
to
have
detect
figured it out.
breast. Stu, stop
They may have
it!
figured it out. They may have figured it out, though.
You did ask the question.
Stop it!
They may have done. They may have done. I'm just saying.
This one's
They might have
got ya.
figured
This
out
one's
something
got ya.
better.
You
They
haven't
figured out something
responded.
better.
You haven't
That was
responded well
98%
enough.
effective.
Stu, stop talking. You haven't responded well enough to
I
this
think I have. I think I
email to justify your
I don't
argument
know.
against it.
I
You
don't know.
have
I think
not
I have.
argued against it. If this is a courtroom,
Yeah,
you would
but
lose. You would
if
get
you-
sent to jail.
no,
it's
no,
over.
no,
It's
no.
over.
No, because if you remember my original thing, it was something that I came directly from space.
Well,
You know,
yes.
and this doesn't come from space. It's not from space.
It comes from space
so you're-
research.
It does, but it's not from space.
It's from space exploration.
Well, not sure.
It's money
It's
that
not
we
from
put
the
in.
It's not from the exploration of space, is it?
No, but I think what we
But it's a
interpreted that
constant.
as
It's a
is like-
side effect.
It's
of,
a
No,
side
because
effect.
that-
but it's
that's
not
like
from
saying
the
that's like saying if you take
exploration.
this certain drug, your eyes are going to bleed, and then you go, "Well, my eyes didn't bleed because they tried to make a drug that makes your eyes
I
bleed."
think-
It's a side effect.
I
That's the
think
thing.
what
The same
you
thing.
originally said, was there's no financial benefit to
no
exploring
direct
space
financial
or
benefit.
Well,
to
there
looking at
isn't. That,
space.
that that's a
There's-
financial cost.
and there's no,
By the way,
and there's
that's a
no,
cost,
and
not
there's
a
no.
Well,
benefit.
but what's the
and-
cause? What's
and
the
there
benefit
is
of
no-
saving
oh my
people's
God,
lives? You
It's-
can't
it's
put
a
money on
benefit.
it.
talking. Stop.
It's a
Go ahead,
material
stop.
benefit, but it's not a financial
Right.
benefit.
And there is no benefit to us. That's
I didn't
what you
say
said.
that. I said financial
you did.
benefit.
You
I
did.
didn't. I
You
said
said
it
there is
costs
no
more.
We're never going to get
financial-
him to admit he's wrong,
It
Chinny. But here's
costs
what
more.
I'll say. Here's why you're wrong about that,
There's
Stu.
no
There is
financial
a financial benefit. Look, if we have a family of 4 and someone
Yeah.
comes down with breast cancer, we lose a wage earner in the house. So by keeping that person alive, there's a financial
guess.
benefit to that family, right?
Well, we'll see what he says next week.
And if you multiply that by so many people
No.
who are being saved
lost.
by early detection of
haven't
breast
lost.
cancer,
Look,
that
there's a
whole
load more
society
going on. Let's
benefits
see
from
if
having
something
those
better.
wage earners
Nigel,
in it, as well as
Nigel,
having
congrats.
consumers who are spending money
Well,
and
you're
keeping
just
the
trying to get
economy
him to stop
going.
emailing in,
Nigel,
aren't you?
That's a
what
good
you're
Nigel,
point, Duke.
Nigel.
Thanks. Yeah, good point.
Nigel, congratulations. You have won episode
you have.
6,
I don't
8,
think you have.
7.
You know
have
who
done it.
lost this episode? The 5 people
Look,
streaming now. What the
I'll
fuck is wrong with
I'll-
y'all? Why
I'll
would you listen to this
decide when
shit?
he's won. I'll decide. It's up to
Yeah,
me
you
to
already
decide.
decided
over.
before the first email ever came in. I'm never gonna agree. Yeah.
Anyway,
over.
well, that email's over, but this argument is not over.
Is the show over? I hope.
Yeah, I think we do some shout outs to get the hell out of
Okay.
here.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Shout out.
Hey.
Go on, Duke. You can go first.
All right, I'm gonna shout out Amar because he keeps sending me shit on WhatsApp. Like every day, it's like, hey, here's this thing from Metroid Prime or whatever it is. I love him, but I don't know what to say to like half the stuff he sends me. It's like, hey, here's this thing from some show you never heard of. Like here's this food you never heard. I'm like, okay. Like I love talking to him. It's just I often am like, okay, I don't really know what to do with this. Now, to be fair, the Duchess does that too. Like she'll send me a picture of like some news story about a duck that ate a fence or something. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I supposed to say about this? She sends me pictures of eggs.
Wow.
There you go. Pictures of eggs. Look at the eggs. Now, you know, she's put a lot of work into Cheese Doodle Day. Today it's Cheese Doodle Day on our calendar. She's like, dinner idea? I'm like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to say about that? So
I'm beginning to understand the Duchess. She sent you the picture of eggs just to prove the hen laid some eggs. That's what this is.
well, I mean
'Cause if
that's
she just
fine.
told you,
But
you might
no,
go,
but it's
"Are you
look,
sure it did?"
she has a right to be proud about it because she put a lot of work into getting those chickens in the coop and feeding them and taking care of them and all kind of weather. And so, you know, it's like when I brag
Now you
about
get
my
omelets.
video game achievements. Oh, poor Duchess. She came down to see what was going on earlier, and I'm doing this tough temple in Phoenix Immortal Rising, which is a great game, by the way. And she's like, and I'm like getting so tense. I'm like, damn it, I keep falling down. What's wrong? She's okay. Well, good luck with it. I'm like, I'm sorry. You wanted to say hi. Also, Tainted Brain is in Japan, apparently, so cheerio to him.
Nice.
Right on, governor. Oh, wait, that's not Japan. Konnichiwa. And everybody who's been in the chat. Hardly Dan and Steven and Glenn Eastwood and Ian and Colin Smith And Steven, he was on his lunch break. I already said Steven like 6 times. That's a long lunch break, dude. Or maybe he's back at work now. And I was in there, so I'm hi, me.
Is that you done?
Yeah, Chinny, go ahead.
Yeah, Chinny, go ahead.
Shout outs.
Unshout out to Virgin Media.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck you,
nothing
Virgin
new
Media.
there. Yeah, it's because of shit.
Yeah.
Unshout out to this
Hey,
living
what
room because
happened?
struggling to make this living room warm. It's very cold, even though the radiator's on. I don't know how to make it warm.
Turn it up.
So I need to make it warm.
Yeah, need to make it warm.
Make it
I
warm.
really
Go ahead.
miss my
Good luck.
Stu. I really miss my Google Nest
Do you?
because you know when you can turn the heating off when you're in bed and you're like, oh, the heating's on, and then you go on your phone and you turn the heating off. It's great. and I don't
Wow.
have one.
That's a swing, man. I miss your regular mic because it sounds like you're in a goddamn
Don't worry, I'll not be from
Russian era sub. And that's when Chinny talks.
You never know, we
Hello.
might find the lead for it by next
Hello,
week.
welcome to
All right, are you
welcome
done with
to
your
the
shout outs, Chinny?
submarine. I'm drowning. I'm drowning.
Well, do you know what? This week I'm going to shout out Duke
Oh yeah.
because as much as we argue and bicker,
No, we don't. What are you talking about?
and I don't always agree with what he says, I love you, man.
I love you too, buddy.
I love you, man. And I love you too, Ginny.
Yeah,
So
we
you
love
know
you.
what I mean? I just
Everybody
wanna-
loves
just wanna
everybody.
Give you guys a lot of love this week. Give you a lot of love.
Yeah.
So there you go. And that's it for me. Beep, 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 beep. There you go. And that's it for me. I have no other
I
shout
guess that's it. We're done with
that's
everything.
it.
All right,
Bye.
show's over. No refunds. You heard the robot. Get out.
Won't you? Won't you? Won't you?
Am I wrong?
Won't you?
Am I wrong?
Won't
Just an asshole.
you just switch off your television set and go and do something less boring instead? Sitting at home watching TV, turning up slow movies. Won't you? Won't you?
How much does it cost?
It's free.
Let me talk. I am talking. Will you let me talk? Can I talk for once?
Well, there you go.
There you
It's
go.
going to be weird tomorrow, by the way. Can I just say? It's
What's going to be
very
weird?
odd. Going on a plane for the first time.
Oh, that's
in
right.
3
You're going in
years.
Rome.
Yeah.
Wear a mask.
Yeah,
Why?
people
Why not
still
wear a
do that.
mask?
What, on the plane?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had to wear a mask for like 9 hours or whatever, or 10 hours or whatever on the plane.
Yeah. It's all right.
I
I,
just
wear
think it
them
makes
all
sense.
I still wear them all the time at work, so I'm used to wearing masks for 10 hours. So
We should have. The Duchess wore a mask during the play last night, but I didn't wear it. So.
I can't
But there's just
remember
someone
the
near
last
us was
time I
farting the whole
wore a
time,
mask.
man. Oh my God. Every like 30 minutes, I was just like, God damn, man. If you're sick, go to the hospital. Don't be farting on us in the play.
fart. I don't think that's sick. They maybe just
Well,
got
something
wind.
was wrong with them. They ate some bad food for dinner or something. I don't need to be
Maybe.
smelling that. Ugh.
But the good news is it wasn't looking great for weather. But it's improved as the week's gone on, so the outlook now is quite good. It's dry most days, so it should be okay.
Well, that'll allow you to move around a lot and really across the countryside. You can really roam.
Oh, can roam across the city. Roam across the city. We're smack bang in the middle, so that'd be cool. We're in a 4-star plus hotel, so it's very posh.
Well, look
Well,
at
how about this?
you.
Venice, your vacation gonna be over with.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be weird, like I say, going to the airport for the first time in 3 years.
What about this? What about this?
Go on.
Florence.
Wow.
You grab your vacation by the naples of the neck.
That's good.
No, that's shit. That was so stupid.
No,
What
that's
about
really
this?
the best one.
What about this? I want a piece of your mind.
Jesus Christ.
Leaning
I'm
Tower of
stopping.
Pisa.
I'm stopping this.
I'll tell you what, no. But you know what's
Stopping
going
it.
to
No.
happen on Tuesday when I go to the Vatican, though, dude?
What?
I'm going to go past to the queue to get there.
You know, you know what you should do? You know those like nonce hunter videos? Have you seen
The what?
those?
No.
You know where like they chase these nonces down and they go,
No,
oh,
no, I
have you been-"
don't.
I'm always watching them, right? So like,
That's what he's doing instead of playing video
You are a
games.
weird
He's
person,
watching
Jimmy.
nonsense.
They're hunting.
Yeah.
No. Look, we're all talking about them at work. They're great. So they're
Really?
hunting like these paedophiles or whatever, and they're like chasing them down and like, no,
The world
no,
needs
it
is
wasn't
more
me,
mob
mate."
revenge.
Yeah,
should
they
do
What if
that.
they're not one? Can they
Yeah, I
just
know
say?
that's bad. I know that's bad.
Well, who cares about due process and
Yeah,
court
who
of
cares
law?
whether it's real or not?
Yeah.
Ah, we
But-
ruined his
but,
life, but it was good video.
Yeah,
when
great
when you
YouTube.
see the Pope, you should do that to him.
There you go.
Yeah. Maybe
Where
I
were
should
you
do
on
that. I'm not
Thursday
going to see
night?
the Pope, by the way. He only comes out on a Wednesday.
Not with that attitude,
And
you
we're
won't.
going on a Tuesday. Well,
You
we're
need to
not,
be more
because he-
insistent. Summon your inner Karen. I want to speak to your manager, who is the Pope.
Does he
Yeah,
only
exactly.
work one day a week then?
He only
Stu?
does a
Lazy
public
fuck.
thing one day a week. He does it on a Wednesday, apparently. He does an address, and all that stuff.
What does he do for the rest of it? Just fucking
Just
playing
sits
the
on his
Playsta-
arse, I think. He just
playing the
does
Steam Deck. He's playing the
Yeah.
Steam Deck.
Yeah, he is.
Probably is. He's probably just sat there twiddling his thumbs, thinking of something to do.
That's
I don't
why
think he does a
a
lot.
lot of people
What does he
bringing him
actually
stuff. That's
do,
why he
anyway?
employs a lot of people.
Oh God. That's even. Oh my God. These
And
guys.
also lasagna.
What? Right,
this-
I'm going
fuck
anyway
this
because
shit.
we're going to get up very early to catch a plane.
Yeah.
Lasagna.
Hey,
Lasagna's like
I'm actually going to do the stop the streaming correctly this time, because last time I've been doing it in reverse order, and then OBS is like, I don't know what to do. You stopped what it was streaming, and then so I'm going to stop